It is, oh, I didn't put the date in there for you guys. It is Moon Day the 15th, about 5:30 in the evening. At the moment, both Arteme and Sarah have their familiars out doing a scouting mission at the manor that you're intending to rob, or at least break into. The robbery is kind of up to you guys. In the rest of you, though, are in the sewers below the capital city, looking for a well-respected locksmith by the name of Toju, whom you were told was headed to a meeting with the Scavlings. Further into the sewer, though, you came upon what looked to be a battle between the Scavlings and some rogues. There's a room that is illuminated by these dim blues and greens that are emanating from the fungi and the brophytes and everything in the room, revealing the recently deceased bodies of half a dozen or so scavs, a couple of humans, and an elf, with only one human and 3 Scavlings left alive. The Scavlings were about to surround him, but your arrival kind of interrupted them just in time. The man, who looks to be probably a Cladian, you're not sure, is dark-skinned with gray eyes and expensive-looking golden rings that are kind of braided into his hair. And he shouts in Vindian to Sarah and Pogo, and presumably Pietro, who had just run into the room. He shouts, "You there, help! The scavs ambushed us!" Go ahead and move us over to that room. Oh, one thing I wanted to see here real quick. Everybody should be able to see the map once it loads here. But you should all be hearing a bunch of atmosphere, not atmosphere. What's the word? Ambience type sounds, right?
Not yet.
You hear, like,
might not have loaded.
Yeah,
I
it
see
might
it's
take a second.
Playing.
Well, do this.
Audio, but I don't hear
Sounds
it.
like someone peeing in a toilet.
Okay, so some of that here. You know what? Let me turn this part down. Okay, so there we go. All right, so yeah. Okay, so Sokka, you have yourself selected then. That's exactly what it is. This map has a bunch of cool things that are already built onto it. I'm going to turn the background sounds down a little bit. Do this. Click on your token, and without going very far, move yourself around a little bit, each of you, and you should hear the sounds changing, like based on where you're at.
I still don't hear anything. Want me to try refresh?
I know.
Yeah, it's getting louder.
Okay,
and
so
louder.
yeah, it should be. So as long as your audio controls are set correctly, you might have the ambient turned down. Go to music icon in the top right.
Yep.
And then ambient, make sure that it should be set to the same level as playlists, really. You might need to turn it up higher than playlist. Playlist is music,
So
ambient is the...
and playlists
yeah.
are both at full volume for me. So
Okay.
I'm going to refresh.
Hang on, let me see where you're at, actually. Where did you move to? Turn ambient all the way off. And it is the ambient noise where you're at, where Pogo is extremely quiet. There isn't much sound there to be heard. Like, it's there, but it's just really, really quiet.
Got it.
Ben, you probably hear, if you turn the playlists all the way down, that'll be the music part. Put it back up afterwards, but if you turn that down, you should hear the ambient noise for that.
Well, I
area
also
there.
don't hear any music.
Yeah, I can hear it too. I turned the music down on my side, so it might be down for everybody. Yeah. So, anyways, it's really quiet, but I thought that was kind of cool that they built in these like ambient sound effects for the map. It's funny because I have the other ambient sound effects that I already built in, so it doesn't like. If anything, it'll kind of wash those out. But they're cool at least because they're localized. So if you walked up to something that has a sound effect, you would hear it where you wouldn't if you were further away. That kind of stuff. So, anyways, not important. Just thought that was kind of cool. All right, so that's where we left off, though. Let's see, the only ones that can see it, Ben, you can't. There's a rock kind of blocking your way, but you heard the voice from the other side of the rock. Sarah and Pogo with Pietro do see this dark-skinned man that's at the front of the kind of room there where the rats are kind of moving his direction. So everybody go ahead and give me initiative. This might be loud. I'll adjust it real quick if it is. That sounds all right.
Anyone else able to use pop-outs, that, like doing that weird thing where it like overlays the menu and everything?
Mine hasn't worked for a couple of months.
I was just curious.
It'll work for like a little bit, and it just does that overlay thing.
You can, it's not a ideal solution, but to get around it, you can minimize each of the things. Each of them have a little arrow key that you can click that'll kind of minimize all the parts, like the sidebar and everything.
Yeah.
So they're out of the way. Got multiple Artemes in the tracker again.
My end
Whoa. Whoa. Jesus. What was that,
Do you
Bugs?
live inside a vacuum?
Like a wood shop. It sounded like a wood shop to me. Alright, let's see. And there's 4, 5. Hang on. How many Fox initiatives are on here? I gotta see which one's the real one. Alright, first one's a natural, well, a 20, not natural 20, but regular 20. So that would be this one. Let me try deleting the others off. It'll probably kick regular Fox out too. Oh, maybe not. Hey, cool. Alright, so it actually worked for just the proper Fox this time. But I don't see the enemies on there. Do you guys see the enemies in the combat tracker or no? Normally.
I do not. Oh, yeah, when you add them on there.
You normally do? Yeah. I wonder if they'll show up. It's fine. I mean, I can see them, which is all that really matters. But I don't mind if you guys know them. So, all right, I'm going to hit begin. There we go. Now they showed up. Okay. All right. I guess just I hadn't hit begin yet. Fox, are you like there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So whatever that is in the background. All right. Well, you're up first. Hopefully, it is audible. Or, I don't know what the noise is, but I guess you can type if you need to for what you want to do.
Okay.
You're up first. Oh, okay. Now it sounds like the saw was dying down. It did sound like a saw.
Oh yeah. No. I need a minute. Okay. Yeah. So, where are the enemies from here?
Okay, so to the left of you, you see Norok's back, and the sound of fighting is coming from the room that he's looking into. He's facing southward, and they're inside there. But you can actually hear it coming. So you're kind of at the mouth of that pipe. If you ran south along that pipe, you would be coming around to the other side where the fight is.
Down this way?
Yep.
Oh. I'm guessing I could go to about there?
Probably one more for your regular movement. Yep. Is that right there? Right there. For your regular movement, and then if you wanted to dash or whatever else you chose to do, you can go from there. From there, you can see the back of a human man who is clearly fighting something. You can see his cloak and his back.
Okay, I guess I'll dash a bit, but I won't be able to do anything else after that.
Well, you still have your bonus action too, so.
I don't really have good bonus actions.
If you're going to dash, you'd be able to get basically right by him, even past him a little bit.
I'll just prepare magic stones for now and wait.
Okay.
Here.
All right. You did run over a rat folk corpse, a scav corpse that is floating down the water as well. All right. So you're casting magic stones then?
Yep.
All right. That brings us to Norok. What you doing, G?
Alright, I'm going to move over a little bit so I can try to see what's going on.
Okay.
Looks
You
like I
do
can
see-
kind of see one and
Yeah.
down there, huh?
Yep.
Alright, I see one.
And he is holding two green coated daggers that are dripping a green, probably noxious, poisonous liquid of some sort, and was staring intently at Sarah. He was actually leaned over a body that he just pulled the daggers out of, and looks like he was about to leap towards Sarah.
Can I stand right there, or is that part of that rock in my way? Did I just where I'm at right now? Or do I need to move over?
No,
one?
that's fine. Nope, you're fine.
Okay.
That's actually fungi. That's like a top of a mushroom, so you can. It's not the exploding type, thankfully. But yeah, you can say that.
How do I target the guy again? Click on
Click on
T
him
or
and hit
something?
T. Yeah, T on the keyboard.
There we go. I'm going to get very angry first.
All right. Hold on while I get mad real quick.
Yeah,
Second, hang on a second.
Everyone hold up while I get all mad.
thinking about a memory that makes
Take me a
angry.
minute.
That time I jammed my thumb through your sandwich.
Yeah, dude. The other day, our cat did that. It had like a hot pocket that it wasn't cooked yet, but it wasn't frozen, so it was just refrigerated. And he seriously stood on it and started pushing his little paws into it, and it left
Like
like a little
kneading
dent in the middle. Yeah, like kneading on it, and it left a dent in the middle. And I was like, God damn, dude! Everybody just wants to squish my fucking food, man.
Yep. When we were kids, Ben wouldn't give me a sandwich. I insisted that he give it to me, and he refused, so I jammed my thumb through it just to prevent him from eating it. We're probably like 10 or 11, but
Poor memory.
it's stuck around. It's been amusing for 30 years now.
Like, does it become like a usual go-to weird threat when you guys are kids? You're like, I'll fucking put my thumb in your sandwich.
Probably. I've used it a few times, that's for sure.
Yep. All right. So great weapon, and I'm going to try to hit
And
it with my
frenzied?
sword.
Okay.
Yeah. Not frenzy, just regular rage.
What's the wild swings, though? Oh, that's your...
That was the toggling. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
How are you, HDMI port?
Yep, -5, that'll do. All right, 20 will hit. This guy, by the way, you see, now that where you're standing, you can... actually, you can't see the second one yet. But Pietro and Pogo, you see one who is already wounded. The one in front of you is pretty severely wounded already. Ben, the one that you're swinging at now, has already been jabbed in the shoulder through, like, there's a wound in his shoulder, a piercing wound of some sort. So he's wounded as well, but he doesn't look torn up just yet. But 30 will tear him up pretty bad, so... well, shit. He had 28 left. Never mind, he's dead. That was enough to get rid of that guy. So you bring the Sword of Stolen Hours down through him as he was preparing to leap towards Sarah. As you go rushing in and anger yourself, you cleave him down through the shoulder and through the head as they slab off into the water there. You do, yeah. Up ahead of you, you see a well-armored Centurion rat fighting with this human.
I use my second attack then.
Okay. All right, 19 will hit, I think.
Okay.
15, yeah, as his AC, yeah, that'll hit. Uh, 17 damage. All right. He's not paying any attention to you, not realizing that you're even coming. You just rush towards him and stab him through the back. You see that it pierces through this kind of weak chain link shirt that he's wearing, and then yank it free. He kind of stumbles forward and falls down, trying to hold it or lift it, use his spear rather to keep himself from falling. Still alive, but badly wounded. Is that it for your turn? Is that it for your turn, G?
Yeah, sorry, I must
All
have
right. All right. It is a Centurion's turn then. He is going to spin and face you. He's not gonna leave. What's attack of opportunity, melee range. So he's going to swing. Actually, first he's going to shout his Rasp Decree. Consume recharge. There we go. So that all rats within 60 feet of it will have advantage on their next attack. Okay, so it won't work on himself. It won't work for his own attack, but he does get 2 spear attacks. First one is a 11. I assume that won't hit. And second is a 10. Neither of them fucking hit. Centurion's not particularly tough. You get the impression. Neither of those hit, though. All right, so that is it for his turn. It is Sarah's turn.
Alrighty. We're gonna move down here, and I'm just gonna stand right behind Norok and shoot between his legs.
Okay.
Again.
Yeah.
One of these days, guys are gonna miss.
Dude, I am not gonna be within melee range.
Neuter
of
for
that.
Norok. Inadvertently neuter him.
And I'm gonna use Firebolt.
All right.
If it'll let me. Oh, that's not working. That's why.
Target him and hit T before you roll the attack. I think Firebolt has a built-in one.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, I see the green dot.
Finally
Yep,
got my
that
audio fixed. All right.
Cool.
Nice.
18 will hit. Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Did you do that right? There's no way that's 9d10 for a Firebolt.
No, it should be 3d10. Why is that?
Yeah, it should
I
be
hit
3d10.
normal. Normal, it says 9d10 on here.
It says 9d10.
Formula. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, formula's wrong. Yeah, it's supposed to be 3d10. So it would be the first 3 dice are 15 total, 7, 7, and 1. So still 15. Not bad. But actually, he had 13 left, so he is dead. You kneeling down into this kind of mucky rainwater mostly, but there's still other like rotten vegetation and fungi in there. as you kind of have to dip your cloak down into it to be able to reach down. Fired the firebolt through, blasting the Centurion and knocking him away. But as you do so, he makes a terrible scream, a pained, keening rat sound, and there is a shaking, like a violent shaking on the ground. In fact, I didn't intend to do that, but that kind of a shaking on the ground, and there is a screaming roar, clearly rat-like as well, but seemingly much angrier and larger. That sounds like it's coming from not far enough away, I guess is how I'd say that. In fact, actually, Nazim, from where you're standing, the metal pipe that you're standing right beside, is rattling inside the wall, and it's clearly rushing down, like, the pipe. You don't know if it's heading all the way to you, but it's definitely running your direction. You can see it inside the pipe as it's running that way. In fact, actually, I'm not sure, Pogo... Yeah, it's like it's sticking through the wall a little bit. It's not, you can't actually see it yet, Pogo, but you can tell it's moving right behind you.
Oh, so I can hear it like in the pipe.
You can feel the ground like rattling and getting more and more violent.
I'm still on Pietro. So.
Yeah, but Pietro's violently shaking with it too, so you'd feel the ground moving with it. What is that, G? There you go. Okay, did you just have that hand and ready because you figured there'd be a giant rat coming in this?
Nah, dude, I just searched on a little gift thing for giant rat, and those the ones that popped
you
up.
and Sargo
like,
both,
right.
you both just keep a fucking like gift site ready to go while we're
Just
playing.
fun shit, man.
I'm gonna move in the corner then.
Okay. Yeah, you had enough to be able to get past him to get over by the dark skinned guy. Nazim, that brings us to your turn.
All right.
So you can actually see him running down the pipe. He is running in your direction, but actually, you'd probably have to step one to the north to be able to see him on the map. But Nazim, you can see him in the, in narrative.
Gotcha.
There you go.
That's... Alrighty then. I can't see where everyone else is. I'm assuming everyone else is south of where he's currently standing somewhere.
There's a room to the south. So where you're standing, in fact, I'll draw on there real quick so you can see what I'm referring to. There is a broken part. You see that red circle that I just made?
Yes.
That's a chunk of the pipe has been blown out and broken there, and it leads out into an open room, and that's where the sounds of the fighting are coming from. He is heading right. He's almost to that hole in the pipe there.
Copy that. Okay. All right. Well then, let's just start softening him up before he gets into the room.
Okay. You know what? Before you do, so real quick, I'm going to go ahead and I'll just read this to everybody, but Nazim's the only one that's actually seen it so far. A towering mass of muscle, fur, and weeping sores that surround crudely implanted metal and mineral enhancements. You have a brief moment of pity when you realize this monstrous creature has clearly been the target of some creative scav engineering and experiments, both genetic and mechanical. It is just constantly, permanently screaming. Its head has had most of the flesh scoured away, leaving a nearly bare skull covered by jutting bone-like spines, with one functional beady rat eye that's twitching about violently. The other is just an open skull eye socket. There's a solid flint. This is important for Nazim. Well, really, it's important for all of you, but Nazim is the only one that can see it at the moment, and others, you may need to roll checks here shortly for this. You see a solid, like, flint-napped chunk of a green gem that is in... You know what flint-napped is? Like arrowheads, like Native American arrowheads, like when you see those little like carved out chunks, that's flint napped. Anyways, chunk of green gem that is embedded, kind of stuck just haphazardly in the side of the scav's neck. Let's see, Arteme would have this below passive, but Nazim, give me an Arcana check and beat a 16.
All right.
Norok, you would also get that below your default that he's clearly raging. 23. All right. You can tell, and Nazim's the only one that knows this so far, that you can see threads of dental magic that is surrounding the gem. You can intuit that the gem would act as a magical, like a magnet, like a magical attractor of sorts, like a lightning rod, kind of, for spells from that rill, which are specifically healing and rejuvenation type spells. You would gather, based on the engineering, that it's probably intended to draw those kinds of magics away to heal it. So keep that in mind. So, Nazim, you'd be able to piece that together from looking at the thing, especially with the 23. So,
Gotcha.
Go ahead. What are you doing?
So the gem potentially is a magic sponge of some sort, good or bad?
It seems like it's intended to pull power away. Like if you were to cast a spell of that sort within range of it, it would absorb some of it for you. Like it would take some of it away from you.
So if you were trying to heal yourself or heal somebody else, it would go to the gem and heal the user of the gem instead of just keeping it.
That's the impression that you would get, yeah. Artemis, you would definitely pick up that since it's dental specifically. But Nazim with the 23, you also will pick up on that.
Gotcha. It's a taxing crystal of some sort. All right, so let's go ahead and start Eldritch Blasting him real quick.
Okay.
Let me pull the spell book. There it goes. Eldritch Blast. Where is it? There it goes. Okay, Eldritch Blast coming up. Attacking.
Okay. Did you target him?
Oh, yeah, what is it again? Shift?
Just click in? No, just click on him and hit T on your keyboard.
T. There it is.
T for time to leave.
It's a lowercase t for
Itchy
choky.
tasty? There you go.
It's like a death clock joke.
That's weird. Why are the particle effects wrong? I'll have to fix that. Okay, 16. I think that hits. Let me check his AC real quick. 17 is his AC, so it does not. So you have 3, unless you're going to use your glove.
Good. I'm going to chuck another 2 at him.
Okay. That one will hit. Go and roll the damage. All right, 9. And the last one. That'll also hit. Uh, 13. All right. And you're not using the glove?
Not using the glove, not yet.
Okay. All right, those are done. Bonus actions, movement.
Movement, I will...
You do know that Artemis ran to the south, so if you were to go, 15 feet forward and then southwards, you'd get like around the corner where she went.
5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, yeah, I see where they go now.
Yeah, you can see Pogo just inside of the other side of the pipe.
25, 30. Actually, no.
You have...
Go
ahead.
ahead and I'm going to stand my ground, actually. I'll
Okay.
stay right where I'm at.
Okay.
And right there. And I'll
All right.
just face my my rebuttal here if he wants to try and do something. So
Okay.
Good.
No bonus actions?
Not at this time, no.
All right, that'll bring us to... well, it'll be Pogo in just a moment, actually. But there is one that no one had seen yet. Up above, in fact, actually, he's on a like a little rocky outcropping on a right below right above rather some mushrooms in the corner. There is another rat that you guys had not seen with a longbow. You see him peek out from behind this rock and train his bow towards Sarah. He's got the best shot at Sarah across the corner. You can actually see him on the map now in the very top left corner. You can see him there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shield.
Well, he hasn't made a shot yet.
I think I have to do it before I find out if the shot hits or not.
I think that's right. Yeah, that sounds right. But you do see him training his bow at you, so you definitely have a chance to do so. He is going to use his Archer's Eye first, so if he does hit, he gets 3 of these, but if he does hit, it'll be an extra 1d10. Oh, wait, hang on. To its next attack roll. Okay, so he actually attack or damage, so could potentially still hit. Let's see. And he makes 2 shots, so... Plus 10. Well, a natural 1. It would still be 17, but that won't hit with the shield.
Does he shoot his buddy right in front on the direct path?
You know what it is? Actually, it is a natural 1. I need to put those crit fumble things back in. The thing is, it's not a direct 1. Well, okay, he's actually up above.
He's higher up, yeah.
But with a natural 1, he can fumble it still, especially with the violent kind of earthquake feeling of this scab ogre that's running down the pipe is enough to kind of rattle it free. He accidentally looses the arrow before he intends to, inadvertently shooting his.
Sorry, Steven!
For 16, which this one was already injured. He had literally 15 hit points left. Shoots his scab runner friend in the back of the head, or his colleague at least, and kills him. And then he will make his second attempt. Shield lasts till the end of your next turn.
Yep.
Or to the... Is it the end of next... It's definitely not just the 1 attack, right?
Hang on. No, it's definitely for a turn.
Until the start of your next turn, yeah.
Okay.
So you still have a good while then. All right, but he's going to make a second shot. Not that one. There we go. Well, an 11 also won't hit, so shield was not necessary, but at least you did not get shot. It wouldn't have been a ton of damage from him anyway, but with a 1 or the plus D10 it could have. So
I mean, right now my AC would have been 13, so I figured he had a better odds of hitting.
that's true.
me.
You didn't. Yeah, you didn't put your mage armor up. Yeah. All right. That is it for his turn. That brings us to Pogo.
All right.
Oh, he does duck back behind the rock. By the way, he has full cover.
Okay, so when I come in here and I see these people laying on the ground, do they look like they are had just been killed?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, this was the result of a battle that you guys interrupted. Essentially, the end of.
I'm going to move away from where I hear the thing happening, and me and Pogo are going to run up next to this person. If I think it just happened, I'm going to reach down and I'm actually going to grab it. And I'm going to speak a little under my breath, and I'm going to cast Spare the Dying to see if I can bring them back to at least consciousness.
Before you do, give me a medicine check. Okay. You feel like this one, at least, has been stabbed multiple times. Looking around at the others, you're not sure. Like, she might still be able to be stabilized. You're not certain. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you that the others in the room look like they have been those runners, just pincushioned them. And they're long past the point. Like, they're dead, not just bleeding out.
So this one maybe, the other one's probably not.
But if you're going to do, yeah, exactly. But if you're going to do Spare the Dying, you feel like this one potentially could be saved, but the others that you can see are like destroyed.
Then I will. What I'll do is I'll just kind of use my full motion to kind of do a quick like small circle to get back to this person to touch him. That should be like my full motion, and then I'm going to cast Spare the Dying.
Okay.
And they don't have any hit points, but
well, they're still stabilized at 0 though. So
yeah, and
you do see when you finish that, you see breathing stabilize. You see chest rising.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do that, and then as my bonus action, I am going to. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Bardic Inspiration on Norok because I feel like I want to get behind him again. So bonus action, I'm going to cast that on Norok. So Norok, you get an extra D10 for any kind of attack roll or anything you want to use it on. Okay.
Yeah, basically any D20 roll.
And that's my motion action, bonus action.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. That brings us to the Scav Ogre in the pipe. The rest of you feel the ground continue to rattle and shake as he is going to. Let's see. Can he do that on his own? Yeah, it's just a regular action. But he's gonna. No, never mind. He won't do that then. Nobody's concentrating on anything. Spinning around the corner there, he just comes around to the outside here, and you hear this reverberating, beady roar, and he is going to start pounding his mutated fists into the ground and to the walls of this pipe here, just kind of breaking out further and further, just knocking out more chunks of the steel that this pipe is made of, causing the earth to spasm in violent quakes. All creatures within 60-foot radius must make a DC 18 dex save or be knocked prone, which is, I believe, everybody is within 60 feet. So everybody give me DC 18 dex saves. Oh, in fact, if I click it, I think you can just, there you go. You can just click that button.
Ooh, there we go. Vibrations.
Well, the thing is, you're on. It actually should be Pietro, so it would still be. I guess Pietro would be knocked prone.
Yeah.
You supposed to be floating?
Actually, yeah. If you're levitating, you wouldn't have it. Ben, what was that?
I'm going to use my ring to succeed on that dex save instead.
Okay. All right. So Nazim and Norok will succeed. Everybody else is knocked prone. It'll take you half your movement to stand back up. Any creatures in the range that are concentrating on magical effects? Nobody's concentrating on spells at the moment, right?
Nope.
No. All right, so no effect there. That is it for his turn, but at the start of the next round, you guys will see this, of course, with the environmental effects here. First, who wants to make a roll for reinforcements that show up? It'll be, let's see, it'll be a 1d4 -1, so whoever wants to make the roll.
Got it.
It'll be between 0 and 3,
Right.
essentially. It can be 0, so...
Last time I got a 3 on a 99 on a 100.
On a 100%, yeah.
So just roll a d4.
Yeah, we'll roll a d4 and we'll subtract 1.
All right, come on, something small.
Hey, all right, it's 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the idea was to, that they wouldn't show up every single, or could have a chance at least of 0 showing up each round. So no further reinforcements of the rats show up. You can hear them coming from all directions. That there's just these squeaks of more and more rats coming, especially now that the ogre started screaming. But the scav ogre is then going to perform a charge, which is not great because right now that's going to be Nazim that he's going to charge at, because he's the only one he can see. Where is it? Charge. There it is.
Do a reaction. Sorry, not a reaction, but a entropic ward.
What's it? Well, click it. How's it work?
Oh, sorry.
I don't remember that one off the top of my head how that works.
Also, can I see this, or is this still too much in the pipe for me to see?
No, he's standing in the like open part of the pipe now after having smashed away a
Got
bunch of the metal.
Would this be a normal attack, or is this something separate?
It's a special. It's not. Well, I guess. In what sense? It's not a D20 if that's what you mean. Like a
Okay.
regular attack roll.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was going to use cutting words if it's an attack roll.
It is
Actually,
a save.
apparently, cutting words works on an ability check or damage roll. No,
This would be a save. That,
Never mind.
Yeah. So he's going to charge at Nazim. Nazim, it'll be in the path. Let's see. If the rat ogre is able to reach the target creature, it attempts to slam them to the ground. The target must succeed on DC 22 strength saving throw or be knocked prone and become restrained. The rat ogre then makes a bite attack against the target creature. So he will be making a bite attack if you want to use cutting words on that. He'll be out of range at that point. So does cutting words rather? Is it something you put on him, because you won't be able to see him when he does that part?
If I can't see him, then I can't do it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So DC 22 strength save, Nazim. You can click if you click yourself and then click the DC 22 thing in the.
Okay. Do
Good
I
luck.
impose a disadvantage with the entropic ward, or it doesn't work?
Entropic ward, I think, is only attack rolls. That is attack roll against you. You can use a reaction to impose disadvantage. So you wouldn't be able to do it against a save, but the bite attack after the save, if you fail, then you'd be able to use it on that.
Gotcha. Okie coming up. And you said dex save?
It's a DC 22 strength, but you can just, if you click yourself, you'll see it in the chat where it says saving throw DC 22. You can just click that and it'll roll it for you.
If the attack lands and I can see it, then I'm going to use Ancestral Guardians, and I'm within 30 feet. I'm going to use that if I can.
He's in the pipe behind you. You can't see him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So strength save fails. So he basically just charges at you, pushes you down, slams you into the kind of watery part and holding you down with his claws, and is about to reach down and bite you. Now you can use your entropic ward to impose disadvantage on the bite attack. So right now you are prone and restrained, which will give him advantage on it, which will make entropic ward a flat roll. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So because he has you prone and restrained, he would have advantage on the bite, but your entropic ward will knock the advantage back down. The advantage plus disadvantage equals a flat roll.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. So still better than it was. Regular attack roll. Natural 1. Well, that definitely helped, because if he had advantage still, it wouldn't have been a natural 1.
He bites his tongue.
I think it's only fair. He doesn't really have much of a tongue left. This is basically nonstop screaming at this point. Just this kind of horrified half of a skull sticking out of its face, wrapped in bandages, as he's trying to lash himself down to bite you. And inadvertently, he's only got one functional eye. Reaching down to try to bite you where he's got you pinned. He does bite into his own hand. It'll be half damage. Just yelling at the sunrise? I don't get it. Oh, because it's constant screaming? Alright, so he takes 7 damage from the bite. And that'll be it for his, for the environment, and is back to Arteme. So Arteme, you saw this gargantuan rat rushing down the pipe, and you heard it slam into, presumably, Nazim to the north of you.
Okay, I guess I'll go back up and help out.
Okay. You can actually still see his tail, yeah, right there. Norok, you're up next, She.
Is it gonna move?
I see you moved.
Oh,
I
there
see
we
you
go.
right behind him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for me it wasn't moving. Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna use Produce Flame and launch it at the.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the attack there. His AC is 17. Hey, 22 or 29.
Yeah.
All right, roll the damage. While you're there, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that you notice that red gem that is literally just jabbed into its neck, like into the spine is what it looks like. Whether or not it would actually be effective at healing it by absorbing healing spells, you don't know, but it would definitely, the magnetic attraction essentially of this dental gem in his neck would definitely reduce the effectiveness of healing spells cast near him. On you, like if you try to heal yourself or someone else, it would reduce the effectiveness there. Whether or not it would heal him, you don't know. But also, you do see. You guys know what a Jacob's ladder is?
No.
Like two metal, well, don't worry about it. Basically, a similar attractor. This one of a mechanical nature that is sticking into its back, like kind of just up out of its shoulder. And it's basically like a little, kind of like a lightning rod with electricity traveling back and forth between two posts. And you do gather that would probably be a pretty weak spot potentially that is kind of sticking up out of its back.
Okay, I'll aim for that spot then.
You do intentionally then seeing it, you aim for it with the fire. It doesn't seem to have any further impact of it with it being fire at least. It does still burn it and it singes the skin, but it is not any worse hurt than it otherwise would have been by fire at least.
Okay.
All right. So that was action and movement. Any bonus actions?
Can I throw my magic stones in full action, or just create them as a bonus?
You can just create. Well, I think it's you have to use your attack roll to use them, right? It'll say in the spell. Let me see. I'll scroll back up and find it again here. I'm pretty sure it's just to create them with a bonus action and then action to throw them. Jeez, how far back was that? There it is. Let's see. Can make a ranged spell attack, which would be an action, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So bonus action to make it, an attack to actually use them. You can give them out too, of course, but yeah. All right, that it for Arteme?
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to Norok.
I'm assuming I could hear that there's a lot of commotion going on in the pipe.
Oh, yeah.
Above me, right? Okay.
Yep. You don't forget you can move diagonally too, so don't count those, against you.
I think that would be like, 15 now?
Yeah, like 10 to 15 to get there.
Okay.
And remember, you got an extra D10 if you feel like using it.
Sweet.
You should be able to see him where you are.
Not prone.
Oh, Norok was not, and Nazim was not.
Got it.
You should be able to see him there, Ben, and I'm not sure why you're...
Do I need to,
it's probably because... I'm going to move you one more.
Okay.
Why are you... He's right there. Like, you
there
should
he
have been
is,
able to see him.
okay.
Yeah. All right, so you can see that he's there. I'm going to go ahead and put you back. You'd actually be able to make it right there anyways. So you can see him he's got Nazim smashed to the ground and is kind of reaching down trying to bite at him, it looks like. But you can easily see him from there. And you see Arteme just around the corner as well.
And I still have enough to get to him, don't I?
That was 20 to get there, so yeah, you still have 20 feet, yeah.
Okay.
So
and now that I
probably
can... He's, his back is... Right.
Yep.
Okay, so when I'm walking up, did I notice the same thing that Arteme did, that rickety...
Yeah, it's not even...
thing on his
Yeah,
back?
it's not subtle at all. It's literally just
Okay.
jabbed... It's like they're jabbed into his shoulder. It's two metal spines with balls at the end. Well, come on, I can just find you Jacob's Ladder to show you. Not the movie. Anyways, yeah, you can easily see it. I can only find images about the fucking movie, not what an actual... Here you go, finally. It's basically like two metal prongs sticking up with electric bolts that are traveling between.
Yeah. I think it was actually like a Ninja Turtles character, but there was one of them that wore like a hat, and he was like a rat-looking dude, and he always had those little bolts that went in between on one of those old cartoons, like in Ninja Turtles or something like that. So it actually kind of fitted.
It wasn't Splinter, it was a different rat?
No, it was a different rat. It was on a cartoon. I think it was the old Ninja Turtles cartoon, but it was one.
Yeah, I want to say
80s,
his
90s
name
cartoon.
is like Sprinter.
Yeah, it is just like a hat that he wears, and it has those two little metal things with balls at the end, and then there's lightning that always goes up in between or shots.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And that's what he's got on his back.
Oh,
so.
okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. That actual Jacob's Ladder thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, don't kill him. We're gonna lose all our radio stations in the whole city if we kill him.
I know. He's a transistor.
Yeah, you can definitely see it though. It's not subtle at all. It's huge.
All right, then I'm going to aim for that. Then.
Okay.
If it doesn't hit, I'll use that extra D10.
17 you're aiming for. Nine will not hit. So D10, you'd have to roll a 7 or higher. Sorry, 8 or higher on the D10. You can use the D10, or are you just going to make your second attack?
On accident. There we go.
Still will not hit. So used up the Bardic Inspiration, but no luck there. You bring the blade down, trying to shear into it, and it just deflects as soon as the blade passes between the tines, these rods of the Jacob's Ladder. The bolt catches it, and it flings your hand backwards, kind of like smacking something metal with a baseball bat, and it reverberates through your hands. That kind of feeling.
All right. I'm actually going to have extra fun in Frenzy Rage.
Okay.
And try to attack again.
So you're gonna get your third attack this turn, so you don't need your bonus action to rage.
Yeah.
Potentially fourth if you get your. Well, no, I already.
It actually, I think it would already be lit up because I hit those two rats in that last turn. So.
You did with both hits. That's right. Yep. So it would be lit up. So you do have a hasted action if you want to use it. Well, 2 misses in a row.
Darn it.
All right. So you're gonna use your third.
Use them all though.
Okay. Jesus, you've never had 3 attacks miss in a row like that before. All right, you gonna do the fourth then from the heart. All right. That lasts a little while. You don't have to use it this turn, but you might as well if you're gonna. Hey, that'll do. Finally.
Anyway.
All right, go ahead and roll the damage.
All right, and I'm going to do what is that? Tribal Endurance, I think it is. That adds another dice onto it.
Okay.
Oh no, that's when I get hit. It's Tribal Fury. So that would be.
Sarah, you're up next.
Okay, so it would be another D6 because another damage dice. So,
all right.
Okay.
You rolling it?
Yeah.
Are you guys sure that that's a bad guy?
I know,
Well, it's another 5, so 27. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, the 22 was the attack. Never mind. All right, so it's 19 plus 4. All right, so 23 more. All right. He's still got plenty of hit points left, but you bring it back down, trying to cleave away at the kind of Jacob's Ladder thing sticking out of his back. It deflects off of the side of it and just bites into his shoulder, but still, you don't feel like hitting it with. Oh shit! I'm sorry. He's raging, and it seems to have also reduced the impact of your even magical slashing attacks. He took half damage from that. So we put those back, which I can't do from that add-on. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that you feel like if you can break the Jacob's Ladder bit, that might help there. But his rage is magically empowered at the moment as well. That was action, bonus action, everything. So that it for Norok?
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to Sarah.
All right, so I guess we'll stand up and move our 15 feet.
All right.
I'm also
Not gonna
going
get very far.
to. I'm going to kind of yell out. Oh, never mind.
Why did it? Oh, I think this extra Artemis things are messing up the combat tracker again. I never figured out what's causing that because. All right. So, anyways, so just moving 15 feet and that's it.
Okay, I will use Misty Step. We'll go another 30.
If you Misty Step, well, okay, so hang on. If you move to there, you could Misty Step into the pipe, which would let you see Norok and the rat.
Okay, so I'll do that then.
Okay. Go ahead and Misty Step, and it'll pop up a ring when you click Misty Step. If you click inside of the circle, it'll do it for you automatically.
Oh, all right. I'll have to hit it again. Hang on.
No, it's all right. It's still up. I can see it.
Oh, because I
Just
don't
click.
see anything.
Well, just click on the map. Just click where you want it to go.
You will only see it if you can see that part of the map. There's like this cool
we go.
circle.
Yeah, it's like it was a big area, so I could see the part where it's covered. It's a 30-foot radius, so. All right, so you can see. Hang on. Now, okay, cool. You can actually, for some reason, it wasn't letting Norok actually see down that pipe for some reason. But anyways, you can see the rest of it there.
20 feet of dark vision is why.
Oh, duh. Yep, that's why he couldn't see in the dark. So there was light on the other side, so he still would have been able to see silhouettes. But as far as Foundry is concerned, that was probably why. All right, that it for Sarah's turn.
No, I still have an action.
All right.
I'm deciding on if I want to use a spell slot or not, but I think I am. So, let's, between Norok's legs, we're going to use...
One of these times, you guys roll a natural 1. It's going to be pretty catastrophic for Ben's reproductive capabilities.
D8s. Alright.
Although he's already got a kid, so he probably doesn't care too much about having another.
Oh shoot, I forgot to...
Allegedly. He allegedly has a kid.
Yeah, we got to get Maury to check on this. What's that, Becky?
I forgot to target him.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not sure if Chaos Bolt has one built in or not. All right, what a damage type.
We will find out.
You do see little bolts of electricity traveling up that Jacob's Ladder thing. If somebody can manage to do that, that might be effective.
4 and 7. Sure, let's try Psychic.
Okay. There isn't one. It seems like there probably should be because he's in just constant pain, but there isn't any special difference to the damage. He does take the 13 points. Not resistant or what's what I'm looking for? Vulnerable too. All right. So the bolts travel just past Norok and crash into the back of this rat who has still got Nazim pinned at the moment. That brings us to Nazim. So you are restrained and prone at the moment with this rat trying to snap its skull face at you as he's got you pinned down. What are you going to do?
All right. I am on the ground. Can I use half my movement to get back up? Am I able to unrestrain myself?
Let me see real quick. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I was going to try to nuke this guy, but now I just have a better idea because the Jacob's Ladder situation. I just want to know if I'm able to stand up and function.
Let me see. I should have this shit up regularly because every time I go to look at this, I have to dig through. I have a DM screen website that I was using, but I always end up having to dig through things instead of just having the list up. Restrained is speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. There isn't anything to free yourself except his own movement or the DC 22 strength save. So you can try to hit him from where you are without trying to get up, which would be at disadvantage. For attack rolls, spell attacks, I mean, if it's a save spell, it wouldn't have any impact on that. It wouldn't negatively affect that. If it's an attack roll, you'd have disadvantage.
Copy that. Jacob's Ladder, how big was that Jacob's Ladder? How long are those
The
wires,
tines, they stick up over his, like he's not standing up straight basically, but right now in the position that he's at, you've got probably a foot or so of visible tines of both of them.
Okay.
They
so
run parallel.
I'm within reach, within my movement space then.
You can reach up with your hand. Yeah, you don't have movement. Your speed is 0 until you're no longer restrained. But at the moment, you can just reach up with one, like you could reach over his shoulder and grab it if you chose to.
All right. I'm not going to waste one of my leather pieces. Instead, what I'm going to do is pull my backpack out as my action and use my backpack. I will throw the backpack over one of the tines.
Okay. It's going to be awkward to do while you're pinned, but I'll say that he's not just flat holding you down. He's trying to attack at you, so he's kind of, pinning you with one hand and trying to swing at you, and it's a little bit of a violent motion. You'll have a chance to be able to kind of rotate yourself enough to get your backpack free and fling it. Give me, I guess we'll make it a dexterity check. It won't be with disadvantage because it's not. It's not that you try to attack him. It's basically making an entirely separate action. So no disadvantage, just a flat dexterity check.
All right.
It'd be to 16.
Oh, I thought that would be a wisdom check, since that leather backpack is going over those electrical tines.
Well, I mean that's a separate basic knowledge thing, but not for the physical action of doing it.
All right, that's a ability check, right?
Yep.
Coming up.
11 will not do it. You fling Ben, Norok, and Arteme. You see Nazim's like a bag that he's normally got thrown over his shoulder, flinging up through the air, kind of spins end over end, and then hits the rat in the back, and then just kind of falls off into the side. It's just laying in the bottom of the pipe now. We'll call that action. Nazim, any bonus actions?
Actually, a question on the bonus action. If I were to cast a bonus action now, well, on the next turn, let's just say, can I do a bonus action and a regular action in one turn? However, technically use the bonus action first.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what order you use it in.
Yeah, you can use the bonus action in any order you want, buddy.
Then I'll hold off until next turn.
Okay. Okay. So you right now are still pinned. So just keep that in mind. You'll still be there. Potentially when his turn comes back around. So if you don't have any means of freeing yourself there, that could be potentially really bad. But as far as your no use for your bonus action at the moment, then.
Not that bonus action, no. That'll
All right.
hinder me.
All right, then that brings us to the Scav Sniper. You see, let's see, Pogo is still in the room as well. Oh shit, I didn't put him in the. God damn it, he would have had a turn already too, but because I forgot.
Dude, with a blade.
Yep, the other rogue here, but he'll be back up here before long. So, but the sniper is going to train his bow. I'm gonna roll a d2. 1 is Pogo, 2 is at him. All right, at him then. To take his shots.
I am going to go ahead and when he takes the first shot, I'm going to
Ready,
yell
Gordon?
at him something rude about his hair and that he should take a shower.
All right, go ahead and roll your Bardic Inspiration die, your d10. This guy's AC is a 16. It makes it it still makes it 16, which is
so
exactly
close.
as much as he
That's
needed.
right.
Yeah, for rolling an 8, that sucks. He would have had to get a 9 or a 10, but still, still awfully close. Thankfully, his bow attacks aren't that damaging. But he does get a second one. All right, so 8 from the first and second shot. Natural 20. That could go real bad. Shit. Okay, he didn't roll well. All right, so 14 damage. This guy is also injured, by the way. He's the only of these rogues left standing that you've seen, and he is a little under half health at the moment. That is it for the sniper. The sniper then ducks right back behind the rock again. Pogo, it is your turn.
Do I have any reason to think that there are more rats behind the guy with the knife? Does it look like he's worried about anything behind him? The guy that just got
He
shot?
doesn't appear to be, and
Okay.
you would gather that obviously he would probably react like he does, of course. Now see the rat that just shot at him.
Behind, yeah,
Exactly.
he's not like looking behind
Yep.
him or keep it. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and is there enough room behind him to move past him?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Right.
he would let you through. Yes. So.
I'm going to use half of
Pietro?
Pietro's movement to push myself have him push himself and right himself back up, and grab this woman in his talons gently, and then use the rest of his movements. Let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. So his flying speed, he should be able to get right around the corner.
Okay.
And gently put her down on the ground there.
Okay.
And I am going to. I can't see the other person. He's behind full cover, right? The one that
what other person?
The one that shot the arrows.
Yeah.
The
Yeah. Yep.
All right. In that case, I'm just gonna go ahead and I don't have to see him for this. Oh no, I do have to see him. Dumb. Hold on. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cast sleep in that area.
Okay. Up in where the sniper is above the rock up there?
Where the sniper
Okay.
is.
Right.
And I'm gonna just kind of do it so that it's just gonna hit the sniper.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see anything
And-
else alive in that corner, so. He has 40.
Oh, he's got a lot of hit points. So that's not
19
shit.
will not do. Yep.
All right.
hasn't
But
been
I
injured yet.
wouldn't have any way of knowing that either. So
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
going to do that, and then I am going to, as a bonus action, I'm going to use healing words to give this girl a little bit more life,
Okay.
so she can at least defend herself to the best of her abilities. Does she have a weapon on her at all?
There was one laying on the ground beside her, but it's not.
Ah,
She didn't
so
have
I'm
it.
going to go ahead and cast this.
Just barely within range. All right. So
then-
you cast the spell and feel like it should have been a good, like, basically enough to probably get her topped off or at least close. But Ben, I was trying to move it to fix something there, but I'll have to do it after. I can't get that line targeted. Anyways, you see some of the threads of the magic being absorbed and pulled away to the northeast.
The hell? Something's wrong with my magic, guys.
But she does, kind of begin to blink her eyes and sit up and kind of shies, clambers away from her, with, standing, laying on her back, elbow or feet and hands into the ground, kind of push herself away until she's up against the wall, clearly startled but alive.
I'm going to go ahead and toss her my dagger. So I'm going
Okay.
to go ahead and give her that. And then turn back around towards the main room.
Okay.
I'm going to stay with this movement here. Would it be able to take some cover behind any of the stuff, being still on PT?
It's going to be difficult to get cover for both you and PD. If
Right.
you mean just to hide so that you
In that
can't.
case, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get off PT,
Okay.
and I'm going to go ahead and take cover either behind him or
Okay.
to the side, depending on how you want to play it. But I'm going to be taking cover behind him or the wall, whichever's
Okay,
best.
that's fine. Yeah, you can definitely use him for
And-
cover. You're small enough for that for sure.
Perfect. And that is it.
All right. Then that will bring us back to the ogre, who still has Nazim pinned. That's interesting, actually. He doesn't have a lot of... He's going to... Well, actually, that'll be on his next turn. All right, so for now, then, he is going to... Regular multi-attack. 3 attacks with his claws, or 2 with its 1, and then a bite. He's going to do /bite at Nazim. Nazim, do you have anything else reactionary to try to, minimize this?
I'm looking through right now.
Okay. It's a 16, so the first claw will hit, unless your entropic ward you used for that bite, which made him not able to bite you the first round, but...
Yeah. Looking at Hellish Rebuke, but that's a reaction.
You can still hit him back with that. So the 16 will still hit. Go ahead and keep looking, and I'm going to roll these. That will be 24 from the first slash. Oh, actually, he should have advantage. 29 from the second, so that'll still hit. Not 29 damage, it's 24 damage plus 28 damage from the 2 slashes. So that's 57. Go ahead, G.
I'm just going to say I'm going to use Ancestral Guardians. He's right
Okay.
in front of me. It's 10.
All right.
I guess after the last one, because I know it's going to land. So, or
He's got
do
a
I have
bite
to do it
as
right
well.
now?
Well, it's up to you.
'Cause it
I
would-
mean, it's 57 damage so far.
Yeah, well, okay, then I'm going to use it now because I don't know if the bite's going to work because it says when somebody around me takes damage within 30 feet of me. So I'll do it after that second one.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do it now, and then we'll roll the bite. Reduce the damage by 46. When you do so, reduce the damage of the attack. The attacker takes an amount of force damage equal to the not prevented. All right, so minus 16.
16
so
heals
Sako,
you. Okay.
yeah, so you're at 41 damage taken total so far, Sako. The rat takes 16 damage from the reverse 16 force, but it's not. There we go.
Does that force damage seem like he shrugged it off like previous damage?
No,
I
it's
know?
only, yeah. Well, I mean, this isn't a mechanic. In D&D, you don't keep resistances and stuff secret, which is why I always tell you if something feels like it didn't hurt as much as it should have, things like that. Yeah, so his resistances are slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning physical attacks, whether they're magical or not. And then he does have other things that he is both resistant or invulnerable to, or vulnerable or resistant to, rather. He just hasn't been hit with any of those yet. Force didn't seem to matter. So, Nazim, you took 41 damage so far, and now he's going to do his bite attack, which is forcing the target to make a Constitution save or be poisoned for 24 hours. It's not as much damage if it hits, but 18 will still hit. So 13 more. So that means, Sako, it is a total of 54 damage total that you take. And then it is a why would that be charisma? That doesn't make sense. Okay, it's supposed to be Constitution. So roll a Constitution save.
Constitution coming up.
I was looking at the wrong part of the map. Oh, so close. All right, so you are poisoned as well. It's not more damage. Poison just gives you disadvantage on attack rolls and checks, I think. For 24 hours, though, unless it gets cured. So, did you already apply the 54? Yeah, you did. All right. That is it for his turn, but...
I'd like to use my...
your Hellish Rebuke?
Yeah, my Hellish Rebuke.
Sure. Oh, shit, it's just automatic. Okay, that's a dex save, all right? DC 13. That seems wrong. Hang on.
Seems really low.
Yeah. Let me fix that for you real quick, because that's definitely not what it's supposed to be. Let's see. Where is Hellish Rebuke? There it is. Your spellcasting modifier. Yeah, that's okay. It's just wrong on your sheet. Yep. Spell DC 13, that's definitely wrong. Your DC is 8 plus proficiency, which is 5, is 13, plus your charisma is another 5. It's 18, not 13. So he got a 19. No, I didn't roll it from him. Okay, so it's a 18 that he has to beat, which he did not succeed. So it's full damage. Go ahead and hit the damage.
I'm on 20.
Damage.
All right, 25. He takes that full. It is fire, so it's not. He also is not any special modifiers for fire. He is just barely bloodied, by the way. So it just barely below half.
What level did you cast that on?
It's a Pact Magic, 5th level. So
Yeah, all of his spells for
shit.
Warlock. Yeah.
Yeah.
All spells scale automatically for Warlocks to 5th level. They don't go higher. He gets other spells that he gets called Mystic Arcanum that you get higher level than that, but everything's up for the rest of them. They all scale at 15. Yep. All right, so that was your reaction there, but we are to the environment now, so who wants to roll that d4 -1?
I'm on it.
All right, so 3, summoned by Pietro, apparently. They are going to be coming from north of Sarah. There will be some more rats. 3 of them. It'll be 2 runners and a centurion. Coming in the tunnel behind Sarah there. And he is then going to charge which is furthest target right now. As awkward as this is literally Arteme right around the corner from him. As he spins in place, Nazim, he lifts his claws up and has no longer got you pinned. As he spins in place and leaps towards Arteme with his charge attack. It is... You guys are all surrounding him, so he doesn't have a whole lot of room. There's no opportunity attacks because he's literally right next to her, so there's not like he's not leaving anybody's range. It would be disadvantaged on the opportunity attacks anyways, but nobody will be knocked prone because he's just jumping, except for potentially Arteme. Arteme, DC 22 strength save. And then he's going to make a bite attack against you as well, which will be an advantage if you don't succeed. Seven. All right, so you are definitely knocked prone and restrained. And he's going to make his bite attack. There we go.
But I'm kind of around the corner, so how would he get around the corner?
I mean, he's right there. He's going to push you back. I'll move him over here in a second. But you basically would be there with him pinned on top of you. Pinning you down to try to snap away at you with his skeletal face. 18 hits? Or no?
Yes.
All right.
Is that spell or?
It's a physical attack.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
All right. I'm gonna leave him right there. Oh shit! I'll move him halfway so that he's not like pinning you. Well, so that you guys can still move yourselves around him without getting in the way. All right. So 18 hits. And make a DC 20 con save, Fox. It's 30 damage plus potentially poisoning.
Oh wait, I have protect from poison. Like I have an immunity to poison.
That's right, you do. So there's no poison. Yeah. So you shrug off the poison dripping from his skeletal fangs as he bites into you. It is still 30 damage, but you don't take any poison. You don't have the poison condition. And that is it for the rat's turn and the environmental turn. It is Arteme's turn. So you are pinned and restrained with this rat trying to snap away at you. You can see the Jacob's ladder sticking up out of his shoulder as well. And the gem in his neck.
I guess that should be kind of awkward, but I was going to use my braided whiplash to try and like...
Any attacks made against him, this would be an attack roll, would have disadvantage. And your speed is 0.
Right. Give me a sec.
Sure.
Can I use my light cantrip to try and blind it?
Yeah, I mean, you can. You don't know. It won't be great odds of success, I'll put it that way.
Okay. Like, if I pick a point on it and use my light cantrip to, like, light up, like, right between its eyes.
It's not a blinding illumination. Light is still, I think it's candlelight by description. It might be torchlight. It's not daylight.
No, it's not. Well, I could, in theory, use daylight, actually.
I think I see, like, you don't have any hit points. When you apply the 30, you had more than 30.
Yeah, I had more than 30. I should have 12 hit points left, but when I did the minus, it just went weird. And every time I tried to correct it, it just goes weird. So
right, I put 12 back on for you. You're fine.
Thank you.
So daylight, you feel like could potentially have a bigger impact. Potentially, you don't know, if it would blind him or not. But regular light isn't. You don't feel like it would blind him.
Okay. I'll try daylight then.
Okay. Let's see. It has to be an object. A point you choose within range. Okay, so it's not an object, rather like regular light, but a point. So you're just going to choose, around his face is fine. It would be shedding in all directions, anyways.
Yep.
Interesting. So because it's a point, and if it's completely covered with an object, like an opaque object such as a bowl or a helm, meaning his face, if he moves slightly forward, the light would be coming from inside his brain.
Well, no, I chose the point like between his eyes, like on his face, so no matter where he moves, it's to keep moving.
Well, no, it won't, you can't cast it as a creature. You cast a point within space. Yeah, but it's fine. Like I'm not saying he would do that. I'm just
then I'll
saying
put it on the wall instead.
Okay.
I'll put it on the wall facing him instead.
Sure, that's fine. Yeah, I just thought that was funny that if if a creature were to walk through whatever point you've put there, it would just blink out because it would be inside them. Anyways, all right. So roll a percentile dice for me.
How do you do that again?
Right above the roll button, you'll see 2 dice there. Norok, you're up next. Okay, when you illuminate this tunnel with it, it is an immediate flash of unexpected light, and you do see him rear away and kind of squeeze that, squinting that one beady eye, the one functional eye he has as he lifts away. It does give you a brief moment that you might be able to get away from him. I'll tell you that it'll be at 15 feet, not just because of the prone, but for you'll still be prone, but you'll be crawling if you want to try to get out from under him while...
Yes, please.
Okay, you can move 15 feet south. He's kind of blocking the way north. But again, you'll still be prone. You just won't be restrained anymore.
Here.
All right. I'll take the prone off, and that brings us to. Is that it for Arteme?
That was action.
Yeah, you still have bonus action.
I don't really have much for that.
Okay. You do have. Well, actually, never mind. Let me put a light in here too, because you guys do have this illuminated.
Would grasping vine?
Would it what?
I'll use grasping vine on it.
Okay. With the intent to try to pull him into the side of the pipe or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Concentrating on grasping vine, and it is dex saving throw be pulled 20 feet directly toward. Where are you trying to where's the source of the vine coming from? With the intent to try to pull him towards it.
Well, where exactly is the pipe?
You're in a plus-shaped pipe right now. It goes north and south and east and west. He definitely failed, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna pull him, I guess to the wall between us all.
Okay. It's 20 feet, so you see this plus shape that I'm referring to, right?
I'm seeing part of it, but not all of it.
Okay, so this that I'm drawing, okay. yeah. So it goes up and down and left and right. And Nazima's to the right, Sarah's to the left, Norok is in the middle. Nobody is to the north. You're to the south.
I'll pull him here then.
Okay. Yep. Cool. All right. That's probably even a little bit further. 20 feet. You can get to about there.
Yeah. Okay.
To yank him away. All right. Then I'll go ahead and let me get my shitty drawings off the map. But you do yank him away with grasping vine. Oh, cool. I wasn't sure if that would work like it did. That's cool. I can actually see the spell you're concentrating on, the icon for it, instead of just that you're concentrating on. It's pretty handy. Okay. That it for your turn?
Yep. That's it.
All right, that brings us to Norok. Norok, you were actually kind of pushed back slightly as he was yanked away. Not enough to injure you or anything like that, but the vine behind you wraps around him and then yanks him past, pulling you just slightly out of the way. No further distance from him. You're still within melee range.
Okay. Then I am going to actually try something different this time. I'm going to take my magnet out of my bag, and I'm going to stick it on the Jacob's ladder. But is it like a U-shaped magnet like you think of?
Oh, shit.
Like on the cartoons?
Yep.
Because I'm going to take both.
Magnet.
I've had this for a long time.
Yeah, he's had it for a very long time.
He used it he's used it in a couple of fights in very creative ways.
I like this.
What I'm going to do is...
These tunnels really could have used a big jar of bees.
Rats are allergic to bees.
Irradiated bees especially.
I'm going to take both sides of the magnet, both parts, and I'm going to stick it on one end of the Jacob's ladder. So not one on each side, just both parts of the magnet on one side of the Jacob's ladder.
Okay, so you're trying to pin one tine of the Jacob's ladder to the wall, or what?
I'm just sticking it on there because I know that's metal. So I'm putting it on there to see if it'll fuck with the current going through.
Okay, the wall is metal too, though. Remember, this is a steel pipe.
Well, then I'll try to stick them to the wall because you touch. Yeah, I guess stick them to the wall as well too. But yeah, see if it messes with the
How
the
big
current
is this
going
magnet?
through there.
It's Norok sized. It's a huge magnet. Okay.
It is huge. Yeah.
It
He used it
actually
to pin down. He pinned down a scorpion with it once before into the ground.
Yeah.
It's a giant dwarven magnet. It's a Mahadrakam magnet. Go ahead and click it, G. I don't remember if there was a limitation on it for size because he is huge. He is monstrosity. Yeah, he's huge. I don't remember there was a limitation though because I think the scorpion probably was too.
Yeah, he was big too, but I guess we'll see.
Horseshoe made of dark blue metal, held in the center, covering the cloven notch. All metals. It is pointed at within 50-foot line. 100 pounds of force. 100 pounds of force will not be huge for this guy.
Stick it,
well,
but, yeah.
but you do feel like that. I mean, having used this magnet before, you do feel like it would be very. He won't be able to move away from it without ripping the Jacob's ladder out of his back. You feel like. Like, because that's all of the parts that are attached to this guy, like the gem that's in his neck and the Jacob's ladder in his back, and these metal blades that are on his arms, all this shit is like badly surgically done. It's like just rat engineering, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So it's like they're barely in there and just like weeping with this like pus and sores and shit off of them already. So it's not like it's How the hell did you have a magnet in there? There was a meme maker. It had to have been. There's no way. There's no previous magnet one. All right, then you slam the Mahadrakam magnet into the side, pinning the Jacob's ladder into the pipe behind him. As he's restrained by, or pulled back by the grasping vine, but is now kind of locked by that magnet as well. Is that it for your turn or bonus actions?
Actually, since I'm already frenzied, I'm going to bonus action try to swing at him.
That's a nice magnet gift too. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, don't forget your exhaustion when we're done too.
Yeah.
Uh, 19 will hit. Go and roll the damage.
Yeah. I finally hit.
With a shitty roll.
That's all right.
Sucks.
Better than
Yep.
nothing.
All right.
And that is it for my turn.
All right, that brings us to the other rogue. He spins kind of on a heel, looking at Pogo. He's not going to try to eat her, right? He's pointing at the griffin.
No.
You're here to help?
Sure. This is by chance an old elf.
No, he's
Right.
he's a younger, dark-skinned man.
We're here to find Toju. Do you know who that is?
Well, you're a little late, and he points up at the rock up there. This rock that's in the center of the room.
Yeah.
This big rock. And there's an elf laying flat and dead on the rock with multiple arrows sticking out of his chest.
All right. Well,
And as he's running away towards the pipe,
time to leave, I guess.
Well, he's running towards the big rat, but he's running towards the pipe. He shouts back to you, "What guild are you from?" Like shouts over his shoulder, doesn't stop to listen, just runs around the corner, gets up behind Artemis.
He's gonna hear back, Beastie Boys.
Okay. He hasn't heard of the Beastie Boys.
Huh?
They had a tragic loss to their lineup.
I fight
recently.
the right.
All right, the runner that has just come down the pipe towards Sarah here. Sarah's not going to like this either because he has pinning leap. Ratfolk runner can leap through the air at a target medium or smaller within 25 feet and attempt to pin to the ground, stabbing repeatedly with its poison daggers. Must make a DC 18 dex save or be knocked prone and restrained. That's the lollipop guild that Pogo's from, that's for sure. With this height, that won't do it.
No, why a 2? Why couldn't it have been a 1?
Yeah, really. So also prone and restrained as you are knocked. So you guys remember Vermintide, the little gutter rats that knock you down and stab.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what this is. Oh, it's actually shit. That should have been with advantage too. Never mind. No. That's all part of. Never mind. That's just the rat ogre. All right. So 26 damage from the stabbing and 3d6 poison damage.
Oh, man.
So 26 plus 9 is 35. 35 total. And that is it for his turn. That brings us to Sarah's turn. You are now pinned and restrained, of course.
Oh my god.
With him stabbing at you.
Changes everything. God damn. Fuck. Well. Okay. Damn it. Alright, we are going to... Didn't want to use this spell slot for this. Alright, we are going to... Where did it go? Oh, it's a second level. Never mind. Alright, we're going to Misty Step as a bonus action.
Okay.
You can't hold me down if I disappear.
Yep. So now you should see.
Sounds like a country song, by the way.
That kind of
You
does.
can't hold me down if I disappear.
You should see a vague green circle at the far edge. There's one right in front of Dazim and then one to the left of you. If you click anywhere in that circle, it'll automatically do the teleportation for you.
We're gonna go. I hope this isn't on top of Arteme, but we're gonna go right there. All right.
All right. Hang on. I think you have to be able to see. You teleport to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. You couldn't see to the corner around the pipe.
Okay.
You can go. Yeah, you can go right there.
there.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can see there, and then I'll just take a couple.
Oh, that's true. I suppose you could just
That's
walk
back.
the 5 feet.
Yep.
All right. There you go.
Bag.
No longer prone and restrained.
All right. So that is my bonus, and then my action.
You do see the rat ogre, both with
Yeah.
the grasping vine surrounding him and pinned to the wall by a magnet.
Great. He's also gonna get some chill touch.
Okay. All right, 18.
Does that hit?
It does. It's a 17 AC, so that hits.
Oh, okay. So here's normal damage. Oh, that's a 98 too.
What are you doing?
It says 98. I can't change it to 3. It won't let me.
Did you give Becky your game genie, Ben? Is that what happened?
Yeah, dude. Tired of these games cheap.
He
what
also
is it, the
cannot
first two?
heal. It's
Okay.
3.
3? All right, so it'd be 17.
And he can't heal until the start of my next turn.
Okay. You haven't seen him heal so far. The gem that's in his neck is not work. It wasn't done right. It's not healing him. It's just screwing your guys' healing spells. Is all that's happening. Yeah, the rats aren't good mechanical engineers. All right,
I want
but
to grab that gem.
you also, yeah, I would tell you that having looked at it already and seen it kind of sticking out of his neck while you're standing behind him there, even while he was pinned you, having you pinned, it doesn't look like it has, like it's just a magic item that they just jabbed in his neck and said, hey, maybe this will work, kind of thing. It does seem like it would function the same way regardless of whether it was attached to a creature like that or not. All right, so that was bonus action to Misty Step, action for Chill Touch, and now you're moving away.
25. Yep, I'm going to stand right there.
All right, you do sneak past the only rogue that you had seen still alive in the other room there as he is rushing up behind trying to rejoin the battle, it seems. All right, that if your turn?
Yep.
All right, that brings us to Nazim.
You guys
All
are
right.
doing okay, right? Scream around the corner.
Is
Pogo
gonna be a
saved a
problem
life.
for us.
Wasn't any of your guys's, but he did save a life. Sorry, Sokka. Go ahead.
It's okay. This rat's kind of being a problem with us. What do you say if I cage this rat up? You want to just cage and walk away?
I want the gem.
I mean, we can still poke it with a stick.
All right.
He is about a third. Like, he's damaged pretty badly. He's about a third hit points right now. There are at least 3 more rats that are down the hallway coming this way, too. You saw one of them jump at Sarah.
Third. Okay, if he's about a third, you know what? I'm going to Leroy Jenkins this.
You.
Yeah, it's time to pull it up here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move. He's up this hallway to the north, correct?
Correct. Just around that corner to the right, yeah. Right there.
Okay, I have visibility to him currently.
Yep.
All right, risky, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to use my action and my bonus action. Not in that order, of course. Bonus action will be Nerve Mastery.
Okay. Go ahead and click that, yeah. Reducing your own defensive capabilities. You 1d4 to attack rolls you make and subtract 1d4 from saves you impose. Yep. Cool.
All right, so I will go ahead and cast this really quick. Hold on a sec here. Boom, boom. Use it. Done. And for my action, I will cast Finger of Death.
All right.
What level is Finger of Death?
7?
No, it's one of his.
7th level? Oh, okay.
It's one
It's
of
one of his
level?
Mystic
Okay.
Arcanum. Yeah, I think it's 7th. I think it's his Mystic Arcanum, right? Yeah, it's 7th level. Why?
Because I can't use my reaction thing because I don't have an 8th level to use on it. To upcast it for him.
Oh, okay. To channel the upcast. Yeah. You would have to be 8th level for you at least to be able to upcast a Figure of Death. Okay. All right. Make a con saving throw, which you, with Nerve Mastery, it's subtract 1d4 from all saves you impose on them. So he's going to be subtracting 1d4 from his. It's a DC 18. It's not DC 13. So it'll be 18 that he's trying to beat. He rolls a
Probably has really high
17, meaning he already failed even without the D4.
Oh, yeah!
So even, I mean, with the D4
a
subtraction, yeah, it would have been a 13. He definitely fails. Go ahead and roll the damage.
All right. Damage, finger of death.
You could have up
Normal.
to 86 hit points here if you max them all out. No pressure, though.
There you go.
All right, well,
Whoa!
this rat pinned against the
Yeah.
wall, you flipping around the corner, kind of trying to shove Norak out of the way to give yourself a free shot. Norak doesn't budge in the slightest, so you kind of have to stick your head in front of him awkwardly and then aim in his direction. You send a bolt of black energy in his direction that hits him square into, it's actually first absorbed into the gem, and then the rest into the chest as it kind of courses through these maggot-ridden veins. And he did not have 71 hit points. It does kill him, does at least for a moment at the very least, because as there's just a brief moment of calm, you see the body begin to stir again. Nora or Nazim, you'll probably understand why, but the rest of you see the body go still for a moment as the life begins to leave that one beady eye, and then still pinned to the wall by the magnet, still held in place by the grasping vine that would have pulled him back again had he tried to move. The eye begins to open again, and it is glowing with a vague, like dim, dark purple light. That one beady eye still there is kind of glowing differently than it had previous as it begins to stir again.
Gotta pull out the extra solution for this.
No. I'm going to send this to you, Sako. So you will be the only one that has this information, at least at the moment. And then everybody else will probably figure it out here pretty quickly. But because there are still other creatures to deal with, I sent it to you in your character channel, Sako.
Character channel.
Yeah. But that if for Nazim's turn? Sako, that it for your turn?
Yes, I see that.
Okay. All right.
He is a rat, though. Okay.
Is it a humanoid or? Oh,
it is a humanoid.
It is a humanoid? Awesome.
I wasn't expecting anybody to try to do some shit like that.
See, I thought I was
think
about
there's
to
an
say
awkward situation, but
before I was gonna say like, too bad it's not a humanoid because that would have been fucking cool. But if it is, then yeah, that's rad.
so I mean, So here's the thing. It's been. It's think of like a Frankenstein, right? It's been fucked with, and like he's still alive, or was. He wasn't undead. So he's been like badly experimented on, but he started as just a rat folk. He started as one of the scavs, which are, intelligent humanoid species that live down here. So he's severely modified, but is still technically a humanoid. So I can't really take that away. I mean, that's what he's supposed to be. I'm not gonna cheat Nazim out of a cool zombie rat folk.
Yeah.
Assuming that's the end of your turn.
Fucking excited. By the way, I like that Pogo has no idea that that's a thing because he's gonna get real excited when he figures that out.
Well, this is the first time Nazim's used it. It just happened to be in a really fucked up, weird situation on a really fucked up, weird, experimental creature. So
see, this is what happens when you pin me on the ground. That's you cause a little problem.
try to bite your face off. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say we do need a diversion probably when we break into that place. That seems like it's gonna be a pretty decent option.
Zombie Frankenstein.
Zom just comes up from the fucking sewers in the yard. Yeah.
I'm down.
So that everybody's on the same page there, you see it begin to stir with the same kind of dark purplish light that you've seen Corvaline in the past from both Pogo and Nazim utilized. It is beginning to resurrect as an undead creature. You don't know this, but it will be under Nazim's control. But the sniper's still up in the pit there. The only creature that's alive that it can see is Pietro. He's going to take his shots.
Words. Actually, no, I can't do it. I can't see him. I'm hiding.
Yeah, he is around the corner, so it'll be two of them. What's Pietro's AC?
Pietro is very low. It's 12.
Okay, all right, then both hit. For 21 total damage.
You hear that sound.
Of him squealing?
Yeah.
Just as you see these two arrows plink into the flank of poor Pietro, and he kind of shrieks and spins in place, it's your turn.
Pietro, I'm going to tell Pietro to go get some revenge. And I'm gonna have Pietro fly up and attack this asshole. Can he get?
Yeah, he can make that. Yeah, for sure.
So like once he's there, he can attack him. He's just because he can like get around this cover, or
there's just a rock. He's just ducking behind a rock. But Pietro can easily flap his way up there and kind of just claw away behind the rock and try to get to him.
All right, yeah. So Pietro's going to go ahead and attack with beaks and claws. Is it at disadvantage or anything?
No, it'd be straight attacks. Yeah. He's able to get behind the rock enough to claw at him without a disadvantage. Yeah. You're dropping those in the. Oh, hang on. No, you are in the Embers channel. Never mind. I thought I was still on the Socko channel.
So I got a 22 and a 23. Wow, good job, Pietro.
Both will hit. Yep.
Just fucking clawing and attacking this dickhead.
All right.
And
just past bloody.
That's his turn, and then I'm gonna go ahead and sorry, I had to refresh literally like right before my turn, so I gotta bring my sheet back up.
No problem.
I am going to. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and... There's this girl. Do I look around? I still have light, I think, cast on my sword. Do I look around and see any issues? Is there any rats? Do I hear anything weird coming?
You don't hear any... No, not at the moment.
All right, I'm just going to tell her to get the fuck out of here. And let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You have 5 more. You moved to the diagonal there.
Yeah, let's see here. The area around me, would I be able to take cover behind any of the shit here, like these rock-type looking things, or
from who?
From the sniper. I don't even know what's going on other than the other place. The sniper's the only person I'm worried about right now.
You'd be hearing an awful lot. Like you'd have an idea that something massive was tearing away at your friends. So I mean, you'd still have an idea even if you didn't see it. From the sniper, though, no, not really. Nothing that's tall enough. You'd have to get behind that big rock that's straight to the north of you. So you'd have to be over to the right.
And I still can't see him, right? He's behind the rock.
Well, you can see bits of him as Pietro is tearing rat flesh away and flinging fur everywhere and blood.
So what game-wise? 3/4 cover or half cover or?
From what? You mean if you try to hit him?
Yeah, I have to do a spell of something I can see.
Yeah, it'd be half cover really, because he's like he's being pulled. He's being yanked back like away from the rock by Pietro's attacks.
So I'll go ahead and try to cast Toll the Dead on him. So he has a saving throw. Oh,
it's +2 to his AC, I think, for half cover, right?
So this actually is a saving throw one.
Well, in that case, it doesn't matter as long as you can see him occasionally.
Okay, cool. Then DC 18 saving throw.
All right.
And he's already been hurt, so he takes a little bit more damage too.
He fails.
All right, so it is, just to confirm, I think this is the 3d12. Yeah, this is what it is.
All right. Oh shit.
Not bad.
You want to? Well, okay. So I told you before that he had 40 hit points when you tried to sleep him, right? Mm-hmm. Pietro did 22 points of damage by slashing at him.
Yeah.
He had 18 left exactly.
Squawk, bitch.
So the Toll the Dead is just enough to precisely kill him.
I'm gonna use my last little 5 feet of movement to go up. Now this big rock is just like, do I have to climb up to it?
Yeah, it's 15 feet tall. Yeah.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to use my gauntlets to climb.
Your bonus
climb
action
up onto this. Yeah.
Okay.
So
there are giant toadstools on either side. You don't need to climb. You can jump on those and then jump up to get yourself up there. And that is the body there, yeah.
Yep, and then since this fucking guy pointed, this body is also dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
And this is an elf.
And he's just dead as shit.
Like multiple arrows stuck in the chest, not breathing, whole lot of blood all over the rock. Yeah.
All right. I am going to.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
Yeah. I'm gonna search him for stuff right now, real quick, while I'm up here, since I want it. Does this look like an old elf? Older?
Yeah, you gather this is probably Toju.
I'm searching this person, and I'm looking for any kind of things to make sure to know for sure that this is probably Toju.
Well, the guy that ran away did point at him, so you kind of had an indication there. Yeah.
In that case, I'm just gonna go through his fucking pockets and see if I can find anything of worth. If that's gonna be an action, then I will not do it. I'll just.
I'll say that you can do a cursory. It'll be just basically, if you fail, you'll need to try, spend more time, but it'll just be a high DC for now. Roll a 20 or higher on a sleight of hand. Basically, you'll find easy things, and then, hey, 20. All right. Rifling through his pockets, there are 3 platinum, and 3 silver. There is a ring that just, it looks plain and he's not wearing it, which seems strange. Like, why would you just carry a ring in your pocket? And there is a set of keys in there. He also has a set of what look like expensive looking thieves' tools strapped to, like, around his hip, like a tool belt, essentially.
Cool. I will, if I can, I'll grab what I can for that,
Sure.
and just hold on to it, and then I'll just go ahead and re-look up to where all the sound's coming from, and that'll be my turn.
All right.
I already added my that platinum and the silver to my thing.
Okay.
Just a heads up.
I took a note of those, so if you grab the others, that's fine too. All right, that brings us to the Centurion that is behind in the pipe there. Let's see, what is his movement speed? All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. All right, you can just barely make it. He is running down on all 4 haunches as he leaps past the runner in the hallway, standing up just at the end as he brings up both hands with his spear and tries to jab it into Norok. Attack, and 18, G?
I think so. Let me double check. That's what my armor class is, so that hits, right?
Yep. Yeah, it goes to the runner. All
I'll
right,
use
so...
retaliation.
All right, well, he only did 6 damage. Let's go ahead and retaliate. That will be your reaction, though. So
Yeah.
go ahead and make the attack. He gets 2 attacks, so he gets 1 more too. But go ahead and roll the attack in case you kill him with the first one. Well, 28 will hit. Go ahead and roll the damage. Yeah. Oh shit, he has more hit points than I thought. All right. 17. All right. All right, and then he makes a second attack. Also two-handed. Uh, 11 will not hit. That is it for his turn.
All bad when this rat boss gets out.
Yeah, it'll be his next turn. Which wait, on your next turn, or is it on their next turn when they come back? Go ahead and check that, Sako, while I move this guy. 5, 10, 15. He actually, yeah, he can get within range. He is also going to try to leap at Norok. So Ben, it is going to be that same pinning leap that he did at Sarah. It is a DC 18 dex save, unless you're going to choose to succeed.
No, I'm just gonna
Let it hit you.
roll on this one, and if it doesn't work, then I'll be paying.
All right.
It's my
17.
next
Okay. All right, so I'm going to move you back a little bit as he kind of shoves you backwards, pinning you. Well, I guess it would be the other direction, but that's fine. Just so that there's actual room for the tokens to be there. We'll just say you're all in the same square. As he knocks you... Shit, if anything, he's stuck to you and not really knocks you, but kind of is wrapped around and keeping you from being able to move very well, as he is just stabbing away at your back. All right, fucks. It is this. So it is 33 damage from stabbing, which you're raging, so it's half of that, so 16. And then 14, so 30 total, half of which was poison. 14 of which was poison. So 30 total damage for you, G, because you're raging. And that is it for his turn. That brings us to the ogre, who is still beginning to stir and beginning to lift himself up. He's still pinned to the wall with the magnet, though. Well, I guess since the ogre's dead, I wouldn't do any more of those. We'll just leave the, he can't really charge because he's still waking back up. So that's it for his turn. Artemade, is your turn.
Alright, so what's the enemy rate? The little guy in the middle?
There are 2 of the smaller rats that you can see just ahead of Norok. One of them is stuck to Norok's back and just stabbing him over and over and over again with these poison daggers. And then there's a Centurion rat just around the corner as well.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the one that's on Nora
Okay.
and use my green braided lash on it.
Okay. I'm going to move Norok like this. This is closer to how it would be. He's basically on his back like
Okay,
this.
yeah.
So go ahead and make your attack. His AC is 15. Natural 1.
Not with that. Okay.
Not with that. Nope. You do still have concentrate. Well, the bonus action thing from your braid or from your grasping vine. I think you can use the bonus action part of it every turn, right?
Yes.
Can it lash at a different? I think it can lash at a different target.
Yeah, I
also.
can.
So if you do know that Nazim killed, you watched him, point at the rat ogre, and it kind of stopped moving. So if you wanted to stop the grasp there, you could use the bonus action to.
Yeah, I'll
lash
use
into
it on the
Centurion.
one that's on. Yeah.
On Norok.
Yep.
Okay.
And pull it
click
away.
it. Click the spell again. I think it's just a save that they have to make. So let's see. Yep. All right. So he's going to try to do it on... You want to try to grab the runner off of his back then? So DC
Yep.
17. He fails. All right. So off of your back, Norok, you feel the... you see the vine slash over your head, and then the rat go flinging off of your back. Dagger still kind of half stuck in as it gets yanked free as it pulls him away, and he goes flinging off colliding with the rat ogre in the north end of the pipe there. And that it for Artemis' turn?
Yep.
All right, that brings us back to Norok.
All right.
So you've got one that stabbed you with a spear directly to your left, and then the one that jumped on your back is yanked forward. Both of them are near you.
I'm gonna go after this dude. And I'm going to use reckless attack, make sure I land.
All right.
This one. Well, hopefully.
Hey, Paul.
Century.
15. He has 15 AC, so that hits.
Okay.
Ashy Dan is next.
Ashy Dan.
Ashy Dan.
24. That's a good hit. There we go. All right. He's still got about a third of his hit points left.
If I can hit him again.
17, that'll also hit. Why did he turn... Oh, I must have hit one of the things. Yep. Uh, 26. Well, he had 24 hit points left. The Centurion rat that had just stabbed away from you, or stabbed at you with his spear, still holding both hands on his spear, never brought his shield back up, and was therefore much easier to hit as you bring the sword back down through one of his arms, immediately cutting it off. The rat hand still clenched onto the haft of the spear, with the arm separated at the shoulder. You bring the other one down through his face and cleave through the head. It falls to the ground, dead.
I still see that one that is grasped by the vine now. Is he right above where I'm looking at?
Yeah, he's 5 feet away from you, but yeah, he's definitely reachable.
Alright, then I'll use my bonus attack to see if I can hit that dude.
All right. Yeah, the vine yanks them back. It doesn't hold them. It just yanks them and then releases. They're not restrained, but he's still.
There.
That's like 3 or 4 natural ones total tonight.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not rolling too.
Yep. Well,
right.
Arteme had one, and then there were Arteme had one during initiative too, but it was one of the not real Artemes. All right, that it for your turn, G.
That's it.
All right. So Ashton is up next. Ashy Dan, the rogue that was still alive, is going to slip past Arteme here. Let's see, what does he have? He does have sneak attack. Advantage on the attack roll. With the 5 feet is incapacitated. Yeah, so Norok is within 5 feet of the other guy. He's going to slip past Arteme, and then from behind Norok, similar tactics to the rest of you using, he kind of leans down and tries to fire between Norok's legs with his crossbow, with an attempt to hit him with sneak attack because he's within 5 feet of Norok. How much do the runners have? 15. He still hits. All right, so damage and 4d6. All right, so 20 damage to the rat. I don't know why that thing's hard to click in. Norok, you see, as you swing away at this one and it clings off of the side of the pipe, you see a crossbow bolt catch it square in the neck. The rat reaches up to try to grab it, dropping one of its daggers into the watery sewage in the base of this pipe here. Still alive, but clearly injured pretty badly. That is it for his turn. That brings us to the other rat folk, who is also going to leap at Norok. So another pinning leap. Ben, DC 18 deck save. Unless you wanted to succeed.
I'll at least roll first.
Okay. That ring is 1 charge per day that you get back? It's 3, right? To start with, and then you get 1 per day.
I think it's like 1d4 charges or something like that every day. After a long rest or whatever, come back. So.
Yep.
Hey!
Well, natural 20. He leaps through the air. You kind of reaching out with your left hand after seeing the bolt take this other rat. You just kind of fling him against the side, and he plinks off of the side of the pipe, landing down at the ground. And that is it for his turn. That brings us to Sarah.
Okay. Well, I can't seem to target the other rat up there, and I'm still targeted on the big one, but I'm going to hit the little one with the fireball.
He's probably... No, they're separated. Oh, I see. You have him targeted. You have the little guy targeted now.
Do I?
Yeah.
Because on mine it shows the big guy.
There's a dark blue dot, which is Nazim's dot on the big guy, but I see the light blue dot on the runner, who is the smaller guy.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. The light blue is... Who's the light blue? Light blue is Fox. Never mind. Yeah, I don't see your targeted dot on either one of them.
All right. Well,
But go ahead. That's fine.
we're going to...
I appreciate that you tried, though. I like having the animation stuff built in because, one, it's cool for immersion, but I don't have to do anything. Like it's a cool add-on that automatically does all the things. Oh, it worked. Yeah. So, I guess it did go with the big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see the dot on him. So, but now Nazim changed his dot. But cool. So 23 will definitely hit.
All right. Damage. God damn it.
All right. I don't know how heroes are doing those, but it's 14, 17. Yeah. So 17 against him. He had 13 left. He is dead.
Woohoo.
All right, little guys. The little rat that had been yanked away is dead. You do see that there's one more around the corner that just tried to hit Norok and slammed him away.
And 15, 20, 25. Now I can see him.
Yep.
But now I'm too close now, right? To cast a spell?
No. What do you mean?
Like don't I have
You mean
to
for
do more
disadvantage?
than- yeah, like farther
No,
away.
that'd be spell attacks. It doesn't matter. Well, okay, if it's a ranged spell. Well, okay, I guess it depends on the spell. If it's like
I
an
would
attack
just
roll.
do another firebolt, which it is.
Yeah, that is then. Yeah, that would be a disadvantage.
All right.
Yeah, you can do it from there though. You can do it from the same spot that Ashton is in, since you can. Well, you can do it while you're moving. Let's say.
Yeah, I can see him right there. So, all
Okay.
right. So I will use a sorcery point and cast firebolt again as a
All right.
bonus action.
So you're aiming for a 15.
Target this guy. Hang on.
There you go. Yep. Oh, you know what? It might have been on the other guy, and I couldn't see it because it was green. Maybe it was blending in with the vines. That'll hit.
Oh God, no! Why?
That's fine. We'll figure that after. In fact, I'll put it in my notes here to figure out that and to fix
Meaning
Nazim's.
just to do 3d10, and I just automatically hit the damage button instead.
Spellcasting modifier and fix Sarah's ridiculous cheating damage.
I think it's just my cantrips that are like that.
Yeah, I'll have to figure it out. That's fine. It might have been one of the updates we did recently. So that is 14 total.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. All right. Then it for Sarah's turn.
Yeah, I think that's all of my movement. Yeah, I'll just stay there.
All right. That brings us to Nazim.
All right. So how does this work? I move 2 characters on this turn now, or that other character and.
Well, he's under your control, so you do what you want with him. He has 1 hit point now, as he begins to actually stand back up.
I need to heal him.
I mean, it's up to you.
He would have been fantastic for a distraction.
Well, I mean, it's up to you guys what you want to do there, but he has 1 hit point. If he dies now, obviously he won't come back. Like he won't reanimate a second time. He stays dead if he goes down, this time. So.
All right. So I guess what we'll do is this: I'm going to start attacking this guy here, targeted now. I will try to kill him with Nazim first.
Okay, so you're not telling the rat ogre to do it?
I'm worried about this guy's counterattack. How healthy does that guy look?
He is almost bloodied.
almost bloodied.
Yeah, just
Okay.
over half health.
You know what? Go ahead and I'm going to tell the rat to just go down and smash him, I guess. Whatever
Okay.
attack he
All right.
has, just a general crush.
I'm gonna.
General Crush.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
Again.
can give you owner. I probably can. I think I can. Where can I change ownership? I'll worry about that later. But you've seen kind of his basic attacks so far, where the ones that he slashed you with, he gets 2 slashes and a bite, or he also has like a tail grab. He has a bunch of other abilities. I'll give you the details on those. He can just barely do it with Norok kind of in the way. If he rolls really low, he'd end up hitting Norok unless Norok moves. But for now, though, he can make it around the corner here enough to make those 2. You just wanted to do 2 claw attacks and a bite.
Yeah, 2 claw attacks and a bite.
All right, so he's aiming to beat a 15. First claw attack will definitely hit. Second claw attack will also hit. All right, so between the 2 of those is more than enough. Just the
Man,
claw attacks alone.
Pogo's missing a fucking show.
Well, yeah. Somehow, while Pogo was around the corner, trying to figure out what's happening with the sniper over there, rescuing a lady. To be fair, Nazim killed and then resurrected a giant fucking rat ogre, and then used that to kill another rat. And Pogo didn't see any of it.
I'm missing it all.
That rat is dead, and that is it for all the rats on the map here. We are out of initiative, at least for the moment. Let me turn that off. There we go.
Healing spells for this monstrosity.
But for Norok, Arteme, Sarah, you guys that are all in the pipe there, see this gargantuan monstrosity of an ogre, rat ogre rather, standing directly in front of Norok and kind of moving with this awkward, slow, kind of meandering gait that was very different from the just kind of rabid, terrified screeches that it had as it was rushing around and slamming into things earlier.
Before anyone has a chance to say anything, I'll put my arm in front of him, like a mom holding someone back with a seatbelt in a car, and just point at everyone and say, "Friend, not food."
Trying to short stop him?
Just friend, not food.
But
All right.
I thought you turned everything into leather.
Oh, no. He's our friend. He's not food, so don't hurt him.
It's quiet up there. Is everything okay, guys?
From behind the pipe, or from behind Norok rather in the pipe, you see this dark-skinned man kind of lower his arms, holding these 2 long knives, this kind of short length knives that he lowers down, and he looks up there. Are you sure he's going to stay that way?
As long as I want him to, yes. Please be helpful.
Okay, I'm gonna go and take the crystal out of his neck to begin with, and keep it, and see if I can tap into the healing.
Here's the thing. I'm only gonna say this because I don't want to ruin Sako's fun. Like, I'm all for you guys do whatever you want, and we'll deal with the consequences. Arteme, I'll tell you specifically because of the medicine training that you took, that medic feat and everything.
Mm-hmm.
If you pull that crystal out of his neck, he'll die. He only has 1 hit point. It's not there permanently. Like, you could get it out and it'll hurt him. The problem is he only has 1 hit point.
Yeah, we gotta
So,
heal
okay,
him up.
hang on.
And he has a crystal that'll suck magic.
Part of the
spells to
healing,
start
part
Yeah.
of the healing, not all of it. So I could technically heal him for a bit. Part of it would be still under the crystal. I could still take the crystal out. Yes.
Yeah, the question is you need to know how much it's going to hurt him. You need to have an idea of that, which is going to take you time to let you look at the shitty way that it's been embedded and all that kind of thing. He has 200 hit points normally. He has a shit ton of hit points. But, you don't necessarily need to heal him up all that way, but if it does 30 damage and you only healed him for 15, it'll still kill him. Does that make sense? And he won't come back. Like, if he dies, this time, this is his last life, essentially, while Nazib has control over him. So as soon as he gets brought to 0 again, that's it.
Unless
Okay.
you want to game break cheat and like cast that spell on him later again,
What spell?
or the same feat like to
Oh,
kill him
Finger of
again.
Death,
and
Finger
then
of
bring him, yeah, just keep like whenever he gets low, just cast
Yeah.
Finger of Death on him, and then just bring him right back.
Oh, man.
Okay,
He'd
hang on. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so if I went for Healing Spirit and my Choker of Stars with all the healing.
Maybe. I would say that you probably don't. If you intend to use them, you probably don't want to do that right now. You may want to give it a minute. Plus, in the moment, you don't really have a whole lot of time to as you're thinking this over, I guess we'll say the man. You guys don't know his name is Ashton. Of course, you just saw his name in the initiative tracker there. Yeah. But he's kind of standing there, still eyes not leaving this zombie rat ogre. He says, "You all are oddly dressed. Your
I'm
friend
gonna
back
walk
there
to
said
here
you're."
and
Okay.
do a medicine check on him to see if I can figure out how much it would hurt.
Sure, go ahead and make the medicine check. He says, your friend said you're with the Beastie Boys. He said. I'm not familiar with these Beastie Boys.
I'm just gonna shake my head.
Who?
We've come to fight for your right to party.
That's
Could
good.
make a good banner. That's all I'm saying.
He kind of shakes his head. I've never heard of your group,
Also,
but I knew
by
we
the
couldn't
way,
trust them scavs.
I think I'm stuck on the map, but I would be getting back on PD and going up into the pipe to kind of
Okay.
join everybody.
Where are you? I don't see you.
I'm on the rock.
Oh,
in the
duh.
middle.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. All right. Yeah, you were stuck up there.
I'm
That was
stuck.
yeah, you wouldn't have been. I forgot I put you up there. You wouldn't have been able to get away on your own. So, all right, you hop back on Pietro, and I took you off. You can go ahead and move yourself now. All right. Oh shit! It's actually them. When it was still, I thought it was kids pretending to be the Beastie Boys in the forest because it just looked like kids. Jesus, they were young. I guess we all were, except for Arteme. Well, you step into the pipe then and see Arteme trying to cross over to this gargantuan frozen creature. You recognize the unique purple in its eye, in its single remaining eye, as she's trying to investigate this kind of green crystal that's sticking out of its neck. But around from the corner, you see the guy that you spoke with, kind of standing behind Norok and trying to peek around Norok, just preparing for this thing to attack. He says, "So, what do you? Who are you with? Why are you here? Why did? I mean, I appreciate the help and all, but it was awfully convenient timing."
Well, we were here to find that guy, and
You were here for
didn't do a
Toju?
great job apparently. A few minutes too late.
Yeah. Now that he's gone, I guess I'm the best watchmaker left in the city, but I really would have given everything I've got at least to have that go any other way.
Well, I mean, we're looking for a good watchmaker, so. What's your name?
Ashton.
Ashton. It's
And
nice
you
to meet
all?
you, Ashton. My
You
name's
as well,
Pogo.
Gleeman? Oh wait, do you look like Pogo still?
I do look like Pogo currently.
Okay. All right, he calls you a Gleeman then.
All right. Yeah.
And the rest of you?
Serafina?
And you just walk around with this Yogg? You don't like chain him up or anything? He's behind Norok, like can't see
Only
Norok's
if
face.
only if he wants to be.
Well, they let me free when it's feeding time, so otherwise they keep me chained up.
Now that's
he
When
not
I
kind
true.
of
people.
he nods and steps away a little bit. So who are these Beastie Boys? Are you guys new in town?
I love this.
You from Cincinnati, maybe?
Cincinnati.
The kingdom of Cincinnati, somewhere to the
Kingdom
south?
of the Bengals.
The Tigers?
The Tigers. No, we're actually from outside of town, but do you know a gentleman? For starters, would you mind if we got out of the sewers and back to not here, somewhere safer? I feel like we might still have more of those things roaming around.
Well, I need to go back and tell Dottie the bad news and get some runners to help me move the bodies, but I can't just leave Toju down here. He taught
Yeah,
me everything I
can-
know. I can't just leave him to the rats and the magnets.
I can help. I can help with that. At least with one person. I'll fly down and I'll get Toju onto the back of PD Pablo, and I will just walk.
He gives you a very respectful nod, like essentially what would equate to a deep bow. He says, "Good, because if we just left him here, then Nissi would just rob him clean anyways. So I appreciate if you don't mind carrying him back."
Yeah, we don't want that to happen.
So what is this? What is this thing you needed a watchmaker for? We'll say that you guys are starting to walk back. Then everybody's
all right.
heading together.
Unless there's anything else anyone needs. The woman that was with you, does she know the right way? I told her to get back to safety.
The one that you picked up, that was Allie. She knows her way. Yeah.
All right. Just want to make sure.
We
Yeah,
have the
so-
awkward situation, real quick though, of Nazim. This rat ogre, of you like, he'll follow behind. He'll do whatever you're ordering him to do, but he is going to have to, walk with you guys through these tunnels and everything. So, I mean, if you're not taking him out to the street, so it's probably not a big deal there. But this creature is not a natural thing. It's imagine it would be, like walking around with, a Frankenstein or something behind.
Does anyone have like a fucking blanket or a tent you can throw over this thing?
Anybody have a large rat poncho?
Yeah, it's a giant rat poncho.
No. I mean, I have Norok's tent, but like,
I can polymorph it into something.
true.
Oh, how long does that last for?
Is it still considered a creature?
Yeah, I mean, it's even an undead is still a creature. So yeah.
All right, yeah, I can polymorph it into whatever you want.
But remember, does it heal
It'll
up?
only last for an hour, though. So when we get to town, we can do that.
You know what? I forgot to deal with that too. Arteme I had to roll the medicine check. You feel like looking at the gem. It's jabbed straight into its neck. It is going to bleed profusely as soon as it's removed. You gather it would probably be 50 to 60 maybe hit points of damage potentially. It could even roll higher. Depends on, basically if it rolls a crit, it's gonna be a lot more. But if it doesn't, as long as it's not a crit, probably 50 to 60 damage. It's gonna be 5d6. Sorry, 66. 60-10 rather.
I mean,
Okay,
you
so
can always just grab it off its dead body once it actually dies.
true, but we don't know what Nizzy wants to use it for yet. And if it dies away from us, that'd be kind of awkward.
I feel like I'd rather just have it and not need it than need it and then not have it. Every time in my life where I've like had a giant rat zombie, I'm always sad when I don't have it, but I need it.
Like, it would be a
All
great
the time.
distraction for guards at the mansion.
Oh no, definitely, but that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Speaking of, that's actually what we want to talk to you about, Ashton. Is a mansion, and Garrup sent us.
I already don't like where this is going.
Well,
Garrup, right?
yeah, Garrup. Do you not like Garrup with the gold eyes?
I have tried my best to keep away from this kind of underworld life. I'm really, I owe Dathi and the Silent Road a lot just for training that they've given me and Toju specifically, but I really would rather not be doing this kind of work. And if Garrup is the one that sent you, I imagine that's the kind of work you need.
Well, what if you were able to just do one score that'll get you enough to where you could get out of here and do whatever else you wanted to do in your life?
I want to open my own shop, a watchmaking shop in the city, but that'd be a lot of gold.
Yeah, I think I'd imagine you'd probably end up pretty wealthy from this job that we're. Is watchmaker? Do I know if watchmaker's code for? Is he actually a watchmaker? No, that's code for.
You don't think so?
I don't think
impression
he's
you get-
actually a watchmaker. All right.
Yep.
I thought he was trying to talk in
so you
code, and
don't-
I was all smart for picking up on it. Like,
Okay, so I'll put it to you this way.
I'm a window washer. Haha.
Locksmithing is not really a thing. Like locksmiths, although there are locksmiths that actually create locks and so on, but lock pickers aren't locksmiths. People that are specifically for breaking and entering do other jobs of delicate, dexterous work, let's say, and then when someone needs them for a job, suddenly their shop is closed for the day.
So, all right. So basically, I'm just to make sure from what I heard from Toju, I just want to make sure you're a person who could help us get into, say, a locked building or a room or a door or a chest or something of that nature. That's your skill set, right?
Yes, I mean I certainly could, but the question is not whether I could, it's whether I would, and I'd really rather not.
Would you rather have enough gold to open up your shop and live the rest of your days happily? Or would you rather go against someone who looks like me and has this friend over here? I'll point at the rat.
I'm faster than the both of you. I'll take my chances.
All right, guys, come down. We don't have to have a dick contest right now. It's
It's not even
little
dick
tired.
measuring, it's just a dick contest.
just a dick contest. Whose dick could do the
anybody-
best impression of?
Okay.
Anyways,
Anybody? Let's see. Arteme for sure will get a chance to roll this. Probably Norok as well. So Arteme, Norok, and I guess Sarah, because Pogo and Nazim are both having this conversation. The three of you then roll a perception check.
it smells like shit in here, by the way.
That's below your passive. Everybody gets that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to grab my magnet too.
Okay. With a
I guess
natural
I
20.
would've- All right.
What, G?
I was just going to say, I guess I probably would have had to before he even got up. You know. and started
Yeah,
moving
it would have.
around,
It would have.
but-
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I should have mentioned that actually.
All right.
Yeah, because it would have ripped out the Jacob's ladder in his back. Which, by the way, he was vulnerable to lightning damage. So if anybody hit him with that, it would have like basically stunned him for a round, that kind of thing.
I don't have any.
Yeah, if anybody even had any, you have like call lightning and stuff like that, but I think it only works when you can see the sky.
And it has to be prepared, so.
Oh,
This is a
that's
lot
true.
of references, Jeremy.
Huh?
Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets. What's happening?
Where was the Master of Puppets? Oh, the puppetry thing for you
Yeah.
puppeting this rat.
A lot of Metallica references here.
Yep. All right. So then, Norok, you looking down the hallway at Arteme, you catch this. You see Norok's eyes kind of snap to something down this alleyway as you guys are kind of slowly making your way back through the tunnels. Which, by the way, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, you guys make your way back around the corner. In fact, I'll move us over to this other VA here. As you make your way back around the corner of that initial tunnel where it had changed. Remember, you'd seen this butler guy in the chair, the guy that was very abnormally
Yeah,
dressed.
dressed like
The
a magician.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the tunnel changed, and now you come back around the corner, and it's not like that anymore. Like it looks basically so that tunnel was connecting the one that he changed was connecting the soakway, which was the kind of old aqueduct, not really a sewer anymore, and had been used as a sewer for hundreds of years. And he connected it to the regular part of the active sewer, which is where you guys are now. But when you come back around the corner, it's not connected anymore. That kind of connecting tunnel is just not there. It's just a flat, solid wall, and there's a different tunnel that goes straight ahead instead. Essentially meaning that you have to find like your regular way out. You can't get straight back to where the silent road was, where that doorway is. It doesn't seem to like Ashton doesn't react at all. He, does like you guys kind of looking at this solid wall. Whether you're stopping or not is up to you. But he doesn't react at all. He doesn't seem to think like that looks normal to him. Is what I'm saying. So in fact, actually, we'll deal with that in just a moment here. If you guys do, need to interact with anything there, if you choose to. But Norok, with that natural 20 there, you catches movement, or some movement rather, catches your attention further down the tunnel, and Arteme, you immediately seeing him kind of react very quickly with this kind of predatory instinct towards something. You also kind of snap and look in that direction while Pogo and Nazim and Ashton are having this conversation about the rat ogre and whether he would be willing to take this job. You look down there, and out of the corner there, though, you see at this T intersection up ahead, where another tunnel that you can't see, but another tunnel is coming in and connecting with the one that you're on. You see a stout lizard snout, like a beefy monitor lizard face, maybe 2 feet off of the ground, so it has to be a pretty good sized lizard, waddling its way forward, and you see kind of the snout and then the head, and you see what looks like a bridle in its mouth, with reins that lead back over its back. And it sits still for a moment there, and then it begins to waddle forward again, and you see a small goblin girl that is astride this lizard, riding it like a horse, kind of. And the goblin doesn't seem to notice you guys at first. She's just using the reins to kind of guide the lizard around the corner, and the reptile makes this kind of rapid snap at the ground before it lifts its head up and starts kind of jostling itself back and forth, clearly trying to swallow whatever it had snapped up. And then you see a toothy smile that spreads across this goblin's face, and there's this kind of echo of her voice. She's not speaking to you, she's speaking to the lizard clearly, and she speaks in Vindi, and she says, "There you go, Glitters, good catch, girl. A nice tasty rat." And she's just kind of praising it. She reaches a hand down and pats the lizard on the neck. They're up far enough ahead, they don't seem to have noticed you. But the rest of the group's still arguing about whether Ashton would take this job or not. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna quietly let everybody know that there's company up ahead.
Do we hear that, or is Norak the only one who can see and make out what happened?
We're letting you guys know that we see somebody ahead of us.
Yeah. Norok and Arteme kind of pointed out. You didn't hear what she said. Norok and Arteme did. the rest of the group, kind of still talking with Ashton, don't seem to have noticed.
Pogo's just gonna hide behind Norak. I'm not gonna lie.
Plan A. That's always
Plan A. He's gonna hide. He's just gonna play. He's gonna shh. He's gonna like leave like Ashton there and just take a few steps to the side.
You see
get
Ashton
right behind a thigh.
You see Ashton look over in that direction. Oh, usually takes her a little longer to get here. So what is this job, and how much does it pay? Because it's gonna have to be a lot to convince me.
So, have you heard of Lady Durell Venovia and Lord Durell Venovia and Lady Jetta Venovia?
His mouth tightens a little bit. Sure have.
Well,
that's the job.
Well, I mean, it's not the job, but we need to find out. Basically, need to find out what's been happening the last few months, and I figure if we're gonna be there anyways, maybe we can see if some of that immense wealth can be put into better hands.
And you want me to go knock on those doors for you?
Hopefully no one gets to see you. If everything goes to plan, we've got a map. We know what their security is like. We have done some preparation, but we needed a watchmaker to probably get us through things that we don't have the skills to get through. Specifically, a door in a room that's his office.
Oh, it's not the front doors. It's a special safe door kind of thing that you want me to get through?
Yeah, probably. We don't know exactly what type, but someone of your skills, or at least we were told someone of Toju's skills, wouldn't have much of a problem with it. Worst case scenario, if it goes sideways, we can always just get out of there. But I think it'll be one payoff. We don't know, like, you know how, if you know who they are, you know the kind of wealth that they've accumulated over the last few months, what they've been able to buy, purchase, the things they must have in their house.
But I'm not a thief, and I don't want to, especially starting a business in the city here, I don't want to build a reputation for myself for being a thief, let alone a burglar. I owe a lot of money as it is already. I mean, it would be nice to pay that off, but I mean, without stealing anything, what kind of money can you guarantee? I don't want to be trying to fence something, and I'd need it up front, really, to be honest, because I don't want to risk going in there and getting stabbed in the back.
How much gold do you owe for your debts? Insight check too, by the way. I don't want to.
Sure.
Goddamn,
which part are you trying to
watchmakers are
insight check?
sneaky as shit. I want to find out if when I ask him how much he owes,
if that's the accurate number,
if
if he's giving
accurate,
an accurate number,
or
okay.
if it's just bullshit.
Okay.
I just need a couple dollars because my radiator messed up in the parking lot down there.
I've got these gold rings. That's all I've got.
Yeah,
all I've got are these gold rings. I'll give it to you for half of what they're worth. That's been happening all over the place in Sacramento lately, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Why are you so bad at insight? I thought you were better than that. I thought you had a better.
Insight
is
perception,
perception. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He says, "Well, I owe Dothy in the Silent Road about 600 gold. For the shop alone, I've been looking into it. To be fair, I can probably get a better price than this, but it's probably going to cost me 300 to 400 or so to open up the shop. So, I mean, realistically, it's going to cost me 1,000 gold, 100 platinum to get what I want to get done."
Well, you know that one girl that I saved owes me something. Does she have a lot of money? Is she wealthy? She by any chance a princess of some other?
She had to borrow the knife that she was using to help us fight.
Can I also run an insight check since
Yeah,
I've
of course.
just been watching this conversation?
Yeah.
And
I'll ask him a question in a second as well.
does the goblin girl at this point like see us or react to us in any weird way?
She
We're just
hasn't noticed
talking
you guys.
and walking. Okay.
Yeah, you guys are far enough down the tunnel and it's really dark. So I mean, she hasn't seemed to have noticed you guys. She's still just kind of petting the lizard and looking around. Like they've moved. They're not still in the same spot. They moved down the tunnel away from you guys. And are she's clearly like trying to feed the lizard. Running around looking for rats and bugs and shit.
Okay.
What were you gonna ask, Nazim?
I was going to ask, you seem to owe quite a bit of money. Do you mind telling us, perhaps, who you owe this money to? Or was it for? With an insight check.
Do the Beastie Boys not have guild dues? You don't pay your loan to the guild for training and everything?
Nope.
Oh, well, the Silent Road is not a cheap organization to get into. It's expensive training, especially to keep it discreet. There's that D word for you. They expect obviously that you'll make a lot of money with those skills they teach, and therefore those skills are expensive. And to be fair, that's all true. None of that's been, not the case. Unfortunately, it's dangerous work, but apart from that, it's been worth every penny. It's just a hefty loan to get out from under.
Just for my knowledge, do we have any influence with the guild right now, or potential influence so far?
No. With the Silent Road? No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the closest connection you would have would be through Garrett, but he doesn't. His guild are called the Peddlers, his little group. But they don't. They have professional relations with the Silent Road, but not any favors to be owed. Which, by the way, you gather from what you've heard from Ashton that Toju owed Garrett a favor and hence was willing to do this kind of a job for a lower amount of money, which he gave you 100, the equivalent of 100 gold for.
Pogo's not saying this, but he's frustrated that Garrett wouldn't tell him the exact amount of money that he was going to get for this job. Because I don't want to be making promises that my fucking mouth can't... You know what? Pogo's is like, all right, tell you what. If you can help us with this, and you don't have to steal anything while we're there, since you're not a thief, I'm gonna be honest with you. You might as well. I mean, if you're planning, how about 1,000 gold? 1,000 gold will cover everything you need, and you'll be able to get us through any doors or boxes or anything we need unlocked. Out of curiosity, for 1,000 gold, you look very sneaky. Do we get anything else for that amount of money if we were going to go in on this venture together?
I'm not sure. As the DM, I'm not sure what you're asking by that. What do you mean?
So,
meaning that if you go in there, is he going to also steal some of the loot? Or
well, he doesn't. It's weird to me to find a man in a dungeon carrying 2 short swords and he's got a crossbow too, and a crossbow, and he's down here and he's a watchmaker, but he's not willing to steal from someone who might be getting money in some less than normal way anyways. Does that make sense? I feel like if you're a quote unquote watchmaker, but you're not willing to steal from
I'm not above stealing from somebody. The problem is that if we get caught, I can't build my shop in this city, and that's what I care about. I don't want to move. I've been here my whole life. I don't want to leave, and if we get caught, Lord Durrell is not an important noble by any means, or at least he didn't used to be, but nowadays that kind of reputation I'd never be able to shake.
I mean, we have some tricks, and I'll just do my little...
You had a disguise?
Disguise to show him. I'll turn myself into... I'll just probably make myself look like a smaller version of him, just with, like, blonde hair.
So you are
like frosted tips.
You are new to the city then, and the Cincinnati that you're from, they don't have the ability to see through that kind of illusion?
I mean, some do, but I don't anticipate, the people that at this place, they're not going to... I'll be honest with you, there's only like 3-4 people there. It's practically no one's even there. The only things that are guarding it are animatrons.
Literally every every big job that I've ever been asked to do, they've said exactly that. There's never anybody there. It's an easy job. There's no way we'll get caught, and then they always get caught.
Really? They always get caught?
Hang on.
Jobs.
Hang on one sec, Fox.
I'm gonna look up Pogo and say there's nothing ever that's just an easy job. There's always something that crops up that ends up being a hell. Like, it was supposed to be an easy, let's just go and find this one item in a tomb and look at what happened. Oh wait, right, he wasn't there for that.
Yeah, right. that was a bit before Pogo joined.
Hang on. Simple trip on the sea. It turned into hell. There's nothing that's ever easy.
Yeah, he was definitely there for that.
It's fine.
He leans back. Well, Fox, I'll get to your answer.
1,000 gold. And you can make up, I suppose you can make up your mind if you think that's going to be worth it for you to be able to help us out on this job. We've got some resources. We've got the map. We've got someone who used to work in that building.
Oh shit! I meant to
We've
pop
got.
these
We
guys.
know who. We know that some of their security detail and the layout of who's there. We've got a distraction, and I'm just gonna like point at this fucking monstrosity behind us, walking through us. We have a way to change the way you look on this job. So unless they see it from some magical means, worst case scenario, if you feel like it's going to be too much and they're going to, you're definitely going to be caught out, you could just leave.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Isn't that right, PD Pablo? Yes! So that's...
That's 2 votes.
Yeah, there you go. Oops, that was normal. Let me do it again.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, natural. All right. Yeah, that's a little better. What's the third roll?
So the 12 would have been my low one. The one on auto reroll.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. The one auto reroll got a natural 20. Nice.
Well, no. It was with disadvantage. So
I know. But the one that rerolled. Oh, never mind. The one that rerolled got the 12, and then the natural 20 was your other roll. Yeah, all right.
Yep,
so with the 27, he kind of stops for a moment, and you see he's still not sold, but may potentially be kind of pushed over. He basically looks like he's kind of thinking it over. He stops for a moment, and he kind of leans back behind, trying to look behind Norok down the tunnel. He says, and he kind of lifts a hand up over his mouth to try to cup his, to make his voice louder. Nissi, no, don't run off. No, I mean it. We can see you. Just stay right there. And you see her, the goblin girl that's on the lizard, just freeze. And this kind of wide grin that she was, that she's been feeding the lizard there. She sits perfectly still. This wide grin kind of slowly fades, just sitting there like a deer in the headlights, just frozen. And then she slowly tugs the reins on Glitters, her lizard, and she kind of slowly backs away. Just she's not moving at all. Just kind of, the reptile just slowly begins backing away, trying to back into a tunnel. He shouts then, these guys might have a job for you. It's real money. And you see her kind of stop, and the lizard stops moving. She loosens the rein, and then the Glitters, the lizard, just sits perfectly still.
Stare at Ashton. Fucking seriously? Really?
He kind of gives you a gesture like what? Like, I don't want to do it. You need somebody to do it. I'll take a finder's fee, but... And he kind of...
That one. The goblin on the lizard that just ate a rat.
Well, what do you expect lizards to eat? But she sits like perfectly solid, like still for like 15 seconds, and then she kind of tries to do this like ventriloquist of trying to throw her voice but keeping her mouth perfectly still. She says, "A job? For real money?"
I'm just gonna look at Seraphine and be like, I can't right now. You want to figure this out? There's a lot.
Well, how much did Garrett give us?
I'm just gonna like
Was it
looking at Ashton. I'm just going to like kind of pull it out. I've got there's 90 more.
No. He gave you 11 platinum and told you to give 1 to the doorman, which you did. So you have 100 gold worth left over.
Yeah. So we have 10 more platinums, and I so 10 more platinums. Just like it's a little buggy.
She slowly starts moving the lizard, like riding the lizard down the hallway towards you guys. You notice that her feet are actually touching the ground. She might as well be walking. She's not really going any faster on the lizard, but like
a kid on one of those little like car things.
Yeah, like the bike ones that they use that they hook themselves along, kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, except the lizard's alive and potentially dangerous. But she makes her way around the corner towards the group. Down the hallway. What kind of job?
We need somebody to open up some sticky locks.
She shrugs. What's so hard about that? Why wouldn't Ashton do it?
Why wouldn't Ashton do it?
He kind of shrugs back at you. Okay, Fox. I hadn't. Okay.
Oh, that's just to remind Pogo that that is kind of, the interesting items are something that I just seen that I want to discuss, and the shopping list is what we were going to buy most likely if we could actually get enough money to fix the broom. And I definitely want the
broom part. The broom was the estimate that you were given, right? That's what you're basing that on? Okay, cool.
Yeah, that was the estimate between 300 and 400.
Sarah or Becky, you probably recognize the Shield of Expression. You have the bulwark of Glorious Tales or something like that, I think is what it called it. Similar to that. It's not the exact same effects, but similar to that kind of an enchantment. Anyways, yeah, sorry. So those is Arteme trying to remind Pogo of other financial responsibilities you have at the moment?
Yes.
I wasn't actually planning on paying this dude 1,000 gold.
Which is also, by the way, that was also factored into his decision because that's why he told you that you'd have to pay him up front because frequently these kinds of jobs people go in and then they don't come back out and then all of a sudden they don't need to be paid for their work. So.
I mean,
No.
Yeah, because, I mean, you guys probably gather that, but hence his trepidation about it. But Nissi, who has approached the group, she's squinting. She clearly looks suspicious. So then why wouldn't Ashton do it if it's just a simple job? What's the rub?
well, we're kind of need help with locks somewhere that we're not meant to be, and he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be associated with it. But we can give you 100 gold if you'll let us in.
Good lord.
Her eyes
I'm
go
allergic.
wide. Her eyes go wide to at the 100 gold, which are prodigious eyes to begin with. But 100 gold, and you just need me to get you through some doors. I'm not going to get like spit at or kicked or thrown in jail or nothing.
I mean, that's all we need her for, right? Just to
I
open
mean,
the
if you
doors.
want if you want 110, I mean, yeah, we can work something out.
Yeah. Kicking is extra.
Kicking fee. Yeah, it's kicking
Fee.
fee.
Yeah. I mean, I'll throw a couple gold in to get a. Man, I don't know. Maybe not. She seems nice.
None
enough.
of us would be kicking you. Let's put it that way.
She squints.
If you decide to stay with us,
How
then-
old? Can we tell
mean-
how old this fucking goblin is?
Sure. Let's see. Arteme would, because goblins are not a common species.
Yeah.
They typically are in forests. You don't usually find them certainly not in sewers or in cities at all of any sort.
I feel like I would not know. In fact, it'd be a
Pogo,
little
yeah, Pogo,
confusing.
exactly, yeah, Pogo probably not, or at least
I'm a
would not have.
city folk.
Yeah, I mean, Pogo. You've done a lot of traveling between cities,
Yeah.
but that's still on roads. And goblins are not they're not a common species seen in places like that typically. Arteme though definitely would have come across multiple in forests and that kind of thing. Norok, not so much. Even in the mountains, it's a little bit cold for their species. Probably just Arteme really. So Arteme, if you want to give me a medicine check, I guess is Pogo asking that out loud?
Well, Pogo's curious, so maybe I should do a medicine check.
Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check. It'll just be a higher DC for you.
Okay. I have to close
Ah,
my
nope.
thing because I popped it out. Now I have like a ton of stuff in front of it.
That's fine.
Somewhere
Oh,
between
Yeah.
7 and 100.
Yeah. Goblins are ageless as far as Pogo is concerned.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, neither of you could tell. Definitely seems young, but not juvenile. Like a young adult, probably.
So more like teenager than like anything else.
I mean, I would say the range, if you were to say in human years, would be probably somewhere between probably 17, 18 up to maybe 30. Like a pretty wide range. just
Okay,
because
so
neither of you are
that'd be
particularly-
more like adult than okay.
young adult probably, but you
Yeah.
couldn't narrow down much more beyond that for either of you with those
Well,
roles.
I would probably have to go like a bit closer, which I'm not going to right now because I'm still trying to figure out the other thing. of-
Yeah, and I didn't forget about that, by the way.
Yeah.
As far as the you think like between those, it really depends on how well you roll. Is the answer to that question, and then how bad the roll is on how much damage it takes.
Because
There's
yeah,
a minimum threshold. It's gonna take minimum 30, but it could be as high as.
but that's like recasting healing spirit. So the healing spirit would be up for a minute. So it'd be literally a minute of it,
okay.
and in 3 casts. So I would
Okay.
literally be casting it, healing it, casting it again for the full heal until.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's
I didn't
why
get that's how
listed
you
the
meant
3.
that. Yeah. Yep. I didn't. I thought you meant that you just a single upcast to 9th level, but if you're
No,
doing
no,
full
no,
at 9th and then 8th
no.
and
Okay,
7th.
so it'd be upcasted to 9th level because it's upcasted because of my Wood Aegis course. Everything is upcasted by 2, so that'd be from the 7th level spell, 6th level spell, and 5th level spell.
Do
And
me a
then-
favor. Go through and tab up how many d6s that all is, and this will narratively this will be treated as Arteme is focused on what it's going to take to get that gem out of the rat ogre's neck.
That's what I've been like focusing on. That's why I haven't
Yeah,
been
that's
part
totally
of the
fine.
conversation.
No problem. Go ahead and tab up how many d6s that's going to be, and then we'll roll it and we'll figure it out. But at least you'll have an idea of what that's going to be before you spend the spell slots to do so. If you decide not to, while the rest of the group is trying to decide what to do about these. So, go ahead, guys. As far as between the conversation for Ashton
Well-
and Missy.
So
So, are you comfortable going, up, and I'm just gonna point up there and helping us get into a couple doors that do not belong to us?
Well, I would never say I'm comfortable up there, but I mean, especially if I get to take glitters, sure. For 103 gold, 5 gold, how much is that kicking fee you said? I'll take a
No
couple
one,
kicks if it's a couple extra gold.
no
No,
one is
that
going
was
to
a
kick
joke.
you. No. But we may
Way
need you
to-
to go inside the mansion with us. I'll still give you an extra 5 gold if you want it.
105 gold, and all I got to do is open some doors and go in the mansion.
Yeah. I mean, if stuff starts attacking us, you can always just hide, and then if it looks
Hide.
like we're all gonna die, you can run.
But that's not gonna happen.
You don't have to
Zero
fight with
chance.
us.
Zero chance that that's gonna happen.
How
There's
much?
like at least a 5 or 10% chance.
How much to take glitters? If I can bring her 100 gold, is that fair? You keep the extra 5.
I mean, you could take glitters.
Sure.
Because does glitters know how to like climb a ladder or anything? Like, how does this thing just like? Because clearly, I imagine I'm looking, and I don't anticipate her being able to like carry glitters. Right? It's too big, or
No, it's way too big. Yeah, the
Yeah.
glitters weighs way more than she does. Probably 3 times as much. It's a hefty monitor lizard. It's a
It's
really,
gonna be
really stout
fine
lizard.
until we have to get through a window or something.
Yeah, and I got a question, guys. Are we sleeping before we do this?
I'm fucking tired. What time is it?
Yeah.
I've lost track of
By
time.
now,
Yeah,
yeah.
long
Well, it took
rest.
you an hour to walk here. It was 5:30 when the fight started, and it took you an hour to even get to back behind the granary. So now that you're in a different part of the city that you don't know how those tunnels connected, you're not sure how long it's take you to get back. But potentially by the time you get back to the surface, it might be 7.
Great.
Alright.
And it from the entrance to the sewers where we came down in here to where we're staying, it's less than an hour, right?
Yeah, that was only like a 10-minute walk. That wasn't super far.
Okay, so I can
Just
polymorph glitters into like a small lizard that you can carry at least to our hotel room with us, so nobody
she'll
gets
love
freaked
that.
out by her.
She'll love that. I could put her in a pocket and everything.
Yeah,
You
So
think
at
that was a
least,
lot
you
of
know,
fun.
nobody up there gets all weirded out by a giant lizard.
This place that you're staying, if we're gonna go there, I mean, to be honest, you should. I'll probably just meet back up with you later because unless there's like, is it a really rundown, cheap kind of garbage place? Like, is it really dirty? Are there rats?
Did we notice?
Oh,
any
because you're
rats
not
when
gonna
we were
have.
there?
You're not gonna. You need the rats for the food for a glitter, don't you?
Well, I mean, she likes to, hunt, and I find it a lot of fun to just kind of walk around while she's eating and everything. So if there's not a bunch of rats there, I think we'll just stay down here, and I can meet up with you when you're ready to go, as long as that works for you guys. And Ashton isn't gonna, get mad and kick me into the soup again and go take that job.
I mean, we can meet up.
Yeah.
Do we know if we're gonna be doing this? Going and checking that place. I feel like do we want to still go check it out first before we do anything, or do we want to just now that we
Well-
have a map?
We sent me and Artemis sent Sai and Noctua over to kind of check it out while we're down here. So
Oh, perfect. We'll tell you what, Missy. Uh, can you get to different places in the city using these tunnels?
Yeah, of course. They go all over the place. We do it all the time. Sometimes when we can't find rats down here, we go up at night and look for them in the market.
So, tell you what. Why don't have you heard of? Oh, come on. The fucking place we're staying
Venovia?
at.
Gypsy's Gaze?
Gypsy's Gaze. Oh, we're not staying at the Old Orange Tabby?
No. Well,
All right.
I mean, the Gypsy's Gaze is where is Pepperjack's mom, Hortensia. That's her
Yeah,
name.
okay,
That's
Gypsy's
where
Gaze.
Theo. Yeah. The Old Orange Tabby is
Um,
where you guys went and where you met Gareth at.
So, yeah, Gypsy's Gaze. Do you know of that place?
I think so.
It's-
No, Fox. Your spellcasting ability modifier is your Wisdom modifier, which I think is +4 for you.
Plus your proficiency.
No, for
No,
spellcasting
that's
ability
not- that's
modifiers, it's
spellcasting,
+4.
just
Yeah.
that,
Yep.
So how about you meet us there? Because I think we should just do this tomorrow evening. How does that sound?
can do
to
that.
everybody?
I can do that.
Meet us there, like I'd say 9 p.m. And how? What rooms are we in again, guys? 3, 4,
Well, we
5,
could
6.
if
Yes.
it's 9
Yes, we
p.m.,
have
we
all the
could
rooms.
just meet her outside.
Right, we'll
of
meet you
Gypsy's
behind it.
Gaze.
We'll meet you behind Gypsy's Gaze. just
Yeah,
try to
it's not
try to
always
hide.
dark enough at 9 p.m. So if we can meet behind, that'd be even better.
Yeah.
People don't like seeing glitters running around like this.
Yeah, I'm guessing
Just
you maybe you know what? Just as a performer, if you put like a cute hat on glitters or like a small vest, like a colorful vest, people
Oh,
would
I've
be
got-
much less inclined to be scared of her.
I've got all kinds of clothes for her. I just didn't wear them out here because they get dirty.
No, that's fair. You know, that's all right. I like Nissy.
Do you
more
want
now.
me to
This is
dress her
fine.
up before? Do you want me to dress her up for this occasion?
I kind of do. Do we need
She's
that?
got a cool eye patch. I love the eye patch on her.
Yeah, I think. Does she
She's
have a
got
dark?
gloves.
How about like a dark colored turtleneck? A tactical turtleneck to go on glitters.
I don't have
That'd be
one
good.
now, but I mean, if you really want one, I can try to find one before tomorrow. Maybe stitch some things together. I'll do my best.
I'm gonna give her a gold. Here, you get a tactical turtleneck, all black with an eye patch.
Mall
If you
ninja
can
shit
get
type turtleneck
this.
for breaking and
Yeah.
entering, like a all black
Yeah,
suit,
it's like an archer thing. Where
There
he's
you go.
like,
There you go.
Yeah,
Archer,
the turtleneck. Yeah.
Oh, good find, Sako. Good find.
Yeah.
It's on a monitor, but that's pretty damn close.
Here's the whole gold for that. If you can do it by tomorrow, I think that. And if you need anything, if this gold is helpful enough for that, if you need something that
I can find one of the runners to go up there and buy it from a shop for me, and
Yeah.
find wood for maybe for a small folk like yourself, and I'll just stitch it down. This will be amazing. She's gonna love her turtleneck.
this is good. All right. Well, that's all I got, guys. We'll explain the details tomorrow night.
All right.
More.
So real quick then, just because we have 15 minutes ish left of our game here. Your choice here, narratively, you guys all understand, right? So Ashton was the bet. He's the best in the city, but it would be 1,000 gold. She's not as good of a locksmith, but will get you through. Again, not as good, but for 100 gold. So you guys, everybody gets that, right?
For some reason, I'm gonna feel worse if Nissy dies or something. But I'll be honest, Ashton. I have a feeling Ashton. I don't like Ashton. So Pogo's leaning towards Nissy.
That's all
I
up to you
agree.
guys.
I like
1,000 gold is, you guys don't have that kind of money, so however you wanted to come up with it was up to you. But
Secret ingredient is crime.
all right, so in that case, then, I mean, if you change your mind later, that's fine. Let me know. But otherwise, if the plan is to go with Nissy, Ashton gives a slight bow. He says, "While I appreciate the offer, this is just not something I really want to do, especially now where with Toju gone, I'm going to have to kind of make my own way for a bit here. So I think Nissy will get you taken care of, though. And if things go sideways, then reach out and maybe I'll see what I can do. But I think she can get you through what you need."
I hope so.
All right. Well then, with Toju on your friend there, you still mind walking back with me to go get him dropped off at least?
Yeah, is that all right with everyone if we just walk them back? I'm guessing we're going to that place with that guy dressed as a magician. The fancy man. Fancy pants.
Ashton gives you kind of a puzzled look. What magician sent you this way?
I'm gonna do like jazz hands and be like the guy who looks like he's dressed up in the,
Jeez,
the
Fox.
nines with the tails.
That is an insane amount of dice. Just for fun, we're going to roll that at the end here, Fox, just so you can see it. Oh, Ben and Becky, you guys still there? Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I saw you guys drop out of Discord, or drop out of Foundry. We'll roll those at the end, Fox, to see how that comes out. She put it all together, and it's 36d6 plus 56 d4s.
Wow.
It's going to
What is
cost
this-
her.
what is
It's
this
going to cost
for?
her all of her top level spells, like all of her top level spell slots, to put Healing Spirit up for like an hour of keeping it up every minute,
Oh,
recasting it
so
constantly to try to heal up the. Well, keep in mind though, it's going to be cut in half because of the gem. You
Yeah.
guys get that, but it's still it's still a shit ton of healing to try to heal the rat ogre up enough that when she takes the gem out, that it won't kill him, and then you guys will have the gem. Therefore, you choose to use it later, you can. But anyways, that's a crazy amount of dice. So.
Gem and a new friend. That's gonna be a good. That's gonna be a good day.
So then, with that, you guys, walk Ashton back. It's going to take about an hour or so to kind of go the natural route. But he does not seem to understand who you're referring to.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no. I don't know anybody that matches that description at the Silent Road. You sure that's where you meant? It wasn't a different group that sent you this way?
I'm just gonna look at the group. Fucking what? No, it was definitely him. We talked about Toju, and he pointed us in the right direction, and that's when we found you guys and fought off those rat things. I'm not losing my mind, guys. Right? There was a man there dressed like a, with tux and tails and
Yeah.
looking fancy,
Is
fancy
that Black
pants.
Butler?
I thought you'd pick it up.
Yeah.
Huh?
I
That's
love
the
it.
Fox put a
anime.
meme in? Fox put
know
a
what's
meme in there?
You know
I've
what's
never
funny?
seen Fox put a meme in there.
I've never seen Black Butler. It's on Netflix too, I think. I just never watched it.
Never even heard of it. I didn't get the reference. I assumed it was Sako put something in there, but I didn't notice the name.
I'm gonna
but
describe,
he says
I'm gonna describe like the door and like the area we went to and see if that rings a bell.
well, that all sounds right, but I don't get this person that you spoke to. Why would somebody be dressed like that down here? It would just get destroyed. That doesn't make any sense.
Never seen anyone like that standing at that door?
Are you all trying to pull my leg here? Is this some getting back at me thing for not taking the job?
Do you know what this sounds like? You know what this sounds like, guys? This sounds like it's not our problem.
Is Fogo saying that out
Sounds
loud?
like this. Yeah. It sounds like I don't know who it was. We just apparently some guy. I just was there, but that's not our problem. We don't have to worry about it. I'm not worried.
But Jareb gave us like specific instructions, so for whatever reason he was supposed to be there, so it's fine.
Well, there's always somebody there at the door, but it's just one of the runners. It's just one of our normal kids that are trying to get into the, good graces of the guildmaster.
All right. Well, tell you what. Can you carry Toju? Are you strong enough to carry him? How much further do we have?
You guys are almost there at this point anyway.
Yeah. You don't
want to go there now?
I've got a thing.
I forgot I left the oven on.
Yeah, there's this person that I have to meet about stuff. Do you guys want? I kind of want to leave. I don't want to go deal with Magic Man.
I want to like peek around the corner and see if he's there.
You
I'm
can't
assuming
see,
there's a
so
corner that we come up to.
well, there is, but you remember when you guys approached, you can see the alcove and that it's lit. You can see that there's torchlight from behind the alcove, but you can't see into the alcove until you get basically right to it. You couldn't see the guy that was even there before until you came around the corner and were 5 feet from it. But Ashton just shrugs. He says, "I mean, if you don't want to carry him these last, 100 feet or something, I'll try. If maybe if the Yogg is still not chained up, you guys are okay with him carrying it."
He doesn't actually get chained up.
I would just say ask Norok if he wants to carry it before just asking him or assuming he will.
He shrugs. I'm sorry. I didn't mean any offense there. Norok, was it? But I've never met any of your people before.
Yeah, no problem. Okay.
All right. Well then,
Pogo's
thanks
gonna
for
stay
the
back.
offer, Gleeman. But I think Nissi will get you taken care of. If she can't, then maybe let me know. You'll have to come back here and face whatever boogeyman it is that you pretend you saw. But apart from that, I think you can just stop by and let one of the runners know, and they'll come and find me.
All right. Yeah. Figure that out.
All right. Then the rest of you, Pogo still astride Pietro, Norok, you pull the corpse of the elf off of the back of Pietro.
I'm gonna climb on Pietro, and I'm now going to stay way on the back of the group. I don't want to deal with Magic Man.
Okay.
If he's gonna go, I'll be like 40 feet back.
Okay.
I've still got light up. Casting light on my sword all the time too.
All right.
Keep it there.
The rest of the group, then you guys kind of slowly continue your way. It's not far, but there's still just a little bit of tenseness, it seems, in the air with Pogo being afraid in the back there. But you make your way up towards the edge there. Arteme, yes, Arteme. There is a brief snap in your mind where you realize that something happened to her, and she is not on this plane anymore. You can snap her back anytime. She's not dead. You can snap her back to to your side at any point, but she snapped off this plane.
I'll wait till we're at the end.
Sure. You just have that kind of that snap of time because this is right about 7 p.m. at this point. But you guys with Ashton in the front come around the corner there. He kind of looks over. Oh, hey, Weston, they got you out here yet today? And you hear a kid, like a young, probably 17, 18 boy on the other side. Yeah, they just told me that I had to cover tonight since Wacko's out. So Nobody's come by anyways. It's been quiet. And you see, like, as you guys come around the corner, you see this young kid, not dressed in, as a magician, as you guys called him. As you come around, he's just kind of a normal-looking kid in dirty clothes, like dirty brown, a cloak that's pulled over and tattered over his shoulder. Pulled. It's not behind him. He's just got it over himself, like he's using it like a blanket, kind of, with his arms wrapped over it. And you see his face kind of go slack as he sees Norok coming around the corner, holding the body of Toju. Is that Master Toju? And Ashton just gives him kind of a nod, and he stops and kind of looks at the group and kind of looks back over at Pogo. Is this who you saw? Because he doesn't have that kind of clothes. I don't know who it is that you're.
I'm like way in the back.
You can't see him. Yeah.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah, you're too far. You have to be basically right around the corner to be able to see the door. You're too far back to be able to see where this kid would be. But Ashton kind of reaches up and he looks at the kid. Will you give me a hand with this? And reaches up to Norok to pull the body down. There are some others too. We're going to have to send a group over with some wagons to get them back before the rats start to pick away at them. But these guys here, they seem like they're nice folks. That they helped us. They helped me at least and Allie get out of there. So if they come back and they need help, make sure that Dottie knows to give them a hand. Okay. And the kid, nods, and the two of them begin to head back through. And he kind of looks at Ashton, stops, and looks back at the rest of you, still holding the legs for Toju. Just come in and either see whoever's out here, or come and knock on the door if needed to come and get me if you guys need help with something. Thanks for saving me back there.
Yeah, you're welcome. If you see the other girl, the girl that I saved, yeah, Allie. If you see Allie, tell her I'm staying at the gypsy. What was it called again? The gypsy something?
Gypsy's Gaze.
The gypsy's gaze. If she wants to come say hi and thank me or anything of that nature.
All right, I'll let her know.
Okay.
She's married, so I don't know that that's going to go very far, but I'll let her know.
No, but she can bring her husband too. It'll be fine time.
Oh man. All right, I had to take a note on that.
It's been a while since I'd had a romp in the cheese room, so.
It's been 2 months or something at this point.
I'm gonna start calling that in my personal life and be like, "Hey, Leah, you want to go for a romp in the cheese room?"
Can you imagine trying to explain that entire story of what that like? Yeah. You're gonna very rapidly. Yep. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll end here. I mean, if you guys want to make it back to the Gypsy's Gaze, we can pick up there the next week. That's fine. But I want to go ahead and roll these and then figure out what you're going to do about this rat ogre that is following you. Fox, if you want to go ahead and roll, do you know how to do that? How to enter 3066? It's all gonna be halved, remember, but you're gonna do here. I'll like this. Oops, if I can type. /R.
Yeah. No. Okay. So that's a 3066. Okay.
All right. Yep. And then do the same for 5064. I think you're going to be fine here, anyways, unless it rolls a crit. So it'll be I guess in this case it'd be a natural 1. But go ahead and roll a 5066 or 5064 rather. All right. 130. Oh yeah, you got to be fine. All right. So divided by 2, that's 128 hit points that you healed him over the span of this long walk of you putting the spirit kind of alongside and just moving it along so the spirit continues to touch the ogre as you move along. Half of the energy being drained into the gem, which is going nowhere. It's just a null field essentially.
Does 100 heal everybody in the area, or is it just on that?
It can only do one person per turn like that, so it would only be
I would be concentrating on the ogre to try and get my gem out, because if the gem has the healing and I can tap into it, I can heal myself.
There you go.
Yeah, sure. So as far as the hit points though, like you guys are pretty well. Arteme is at 12 hit points, I think, super low. Nazim is really low as well. You guys took some hits in that fight. So.
Okay, to be fair, I went in there with 42. Yeah, 42 HP.
That's right. You didn't heal after the burning.
I forgot you could use more. I thought you could only use 1 hit dice at a time, so I'd use my medic's feat and then 1 hit dice. And then you told me after the fact that you could use more than 1. I'm like,
you can use them all. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You get half of them back every day, so you might as well use at least half every day.
I completely forgot about that part of the mechanic, so I had not completely healed myself. To be fair.
That's fine. All right.
Perhaps we can do a short rest or something by the end of the session or something.
Well, I mean, you're going to be back at the Gypsy's Gaze anyway, so we'll consider at least a short rest before at the start of next session. So we'll do that. I'm going to roll the natural 20 for. Or are you going to try to take the gem back out when you're at the, knowing that you've healed him for 128? He's now at 129 total hit points.
Yeah, no, take the gem.
All right, so
Gently, slowly, with like medical precision. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Anyone
So-
who can
so
assist
you-
you for an advantage?
you know what? Well, is anybody else proficient in medicine?
I'm double proficient.
Nope.
All right, so but for anybody else to assist for the help action, you have to be proficient. So if nobody else is proficient in medicine, then it'll just be a medicine check from Arteme with disadvantage. But as long as you don't roll, I mean, basically this is just going to be to see whether you successfully get it out, and then we'll roll damage on how bad the result is here. It's going to be 66 plus 30, reduced by, depending on how good the medicine check is.
Okay, wait, why disadvantage?
Because you're taking a giant chunk out of a rat's neck. Like, it's not like it's going to be a huge gaping bleeding wound. It's not, like there's no way to do this, neatly. Does that make sense?
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even like a knife taking out. It's a huge chunk. But that is a pretty good roll. So with a 17, it will be, let's see, there'll be a 15 was the DC for that. So it would be 4d6 plus 30. So let's see 4d10 rather plus 30. Which I don't think even could outdo that 128. So I think you're okay here. He'll just be at 129 minus 55. So he is now at 74 hit points. So still upright, a gaping, bleeding wound that you have to immediately staunch. I'll say that part of the medicine check, you kind of stuff as much of gauze as you can into it and try to stop the wound. It is an undead creature. The heart is no longer beating, so it's not going to bleed out really. It's just a whole lot of the blood that was pumping to the brain, which no longer is in a weird spot there. But 74 hit points remaining. As you remove the gem from it and carefully begin to try to clean it off and wrap it up, you can tell that this will continue to draw away half of any dental spells that are cast within range of it, within 60 feet, even if you're just carrying it. It didn't matter that it was in his neck. So any healing spells that are cast near it while you're holding it are also going to be affected, unless you can get it off of this plane or, leave it 60 feet away.
We could toss it in the bag of holding, though, right? And then
That
it
would
can't
certainly
do
take it
anything.
off of this plane.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, but can I tap into what's already in it? Is going to be the question.
It's going to take you some more time. You'll need to actually study the gem. All of this was just to get the gem out of his neck.
Yes. Okay, so for now, I'm going to put it in the bag of holding.
All right.
And
We will go ahead and do that.
Cast
Go ahead, Becky.
polymorph, so he's not a gigantic, undead rat thing
Okay.
walking through town.
What are you turning him into?
Nazim, what do you want him to look like? It's got to be like an animal thing, creature.
Something semi-normal. Like, his name is Bubbles, so maybe we should call...
All right, great.
maybe we should do like a large dog or something. Something not aggressive.
Sure.
Something
Alright.
fluffy.
Like
A large poodle or a large... something you'd like to pet.
All right, then we will pick up there next week. So next week is the 13th, guys. So I definitely have work I have to do in the morning, but depending on how much time I have, we might just do board games this next week. I'll let you know ahead of time, and then definitely Gloomhaven on the 30th. So, all right, guys, then we will pick this up next week.
All right.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Night, everybody.
Guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good game. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Good night.